You know it's bad when your mistress calls you Ired. Now I'm stuck here guarding this guy named Tanner, I think it is. Who really cares? The following video is from the GM archive. The video quality is poor. The production value is bad. But they asked for it. Now the story is here. Alright, so you guys have been adventuring out in Cormyr and Faerun, and most recently have been heading out of the area in search of magical artifacts, specifically a monocle that got stolen from the Purple Dragon's library. And as such, you are on a boat headed through the lands and currently have docked in the town of Erebor, right here. And Erebor is a very large city. It is a city-state that boasts a large population, ranging from good to evil and everything in between. And you guys have decided to stop into the nearest Iron Boot franchise for a bit of a tussle. And unfortunately, the advertised blue blazer was not around, so you guys have squared off against Skvoda Ice Flayer and kind of run afoul of her Tyrannosaurus Rexes, as they critically hit Silas last week, rendering him unconscious and dead, but he managed to recover because of the rules of the Iron Boot and his natural 20 on his death saving throw. So, we start the round back up with Anita. What would you like to do?
Oh my.
Welcome back!
Yeah, if only I had written down notes, because I know I had something planned last week.
And Skvoda is currently prone. She got tripped.
Isn't that the bitch of waiting a week, isn't it?
Yeah, it is mid battle. It makes it a little rough. All right, so Anita's going to cast Unsettling Words.
Okay.
On Skvoda. And then follow that up with a hold person.
Okay. So her wisdom saving throw. We had 12 minus 3, so 9. And so she's held. She's unable to do anything. Anything else you'd like to do?
That will be it.
Okay. She cannot do anything. Her Tyrannosaurus Rexes, however, can. And neither of them is slow, as they did manage to save.
One of them's a squirrel.
Yes, one of them is currently a squirrel.
The other one is Tasha's mind whipped.
It actually
Unless
saved at the last...
mind whipped squirrel one.
Let me check. No, you had mind whipped the squirrel one.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one is unaffected at the moment, and it's going to, let's see, Tyrannosaurus Rexes are not exactly brilliant, so we're going to find out which set of characters it's going to go towards, one being Knick Knack and Cass, two being Rilo, the third would be Anita. So it's going to go towards Anita.
Lovely.
Yep, a Tyrannosaurus Rex charges at you. It will start by doing a bite attack upon you. That is 16 to hit you.
It does not hit.
Okay. And then the tail whips around. And you will get critically struck for 38 damage.
Does my armor get rid of the crit?
Yes, it does. So you would only get hit for 14 damage.
Nice.
But I do need you to roll a concentration check, which is a constitution saving throw, and I need you to beat a 10 to continue holding person. Okay, you're
Nice.
fine. Skavoda is still held in place, but you have been slapped by a Tyrannosaurus Rex and are still alive.
Well, wait until I slap back. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I know,
Yeah, she's
right?
gonna push his bitch slap.
Mr. Rilo Elric. Oh, sorry. The other Tyrannosaurus Rex, who is currently this squirrel, is going to try to make its wisdom save at the end of its turn, correct? For Polymorph?
It doesn't have a wisdom save at the end of a turn.
Nope.
Doesn't have one.
It does not.
It's just a squirrel.
He just stays a squirrel.
It's a squirrel. It sucks ass. Okay. It
You can say
chirps
it's
at
Swirling
you.
has-
All right. Fine. One
What are the
moment.
rules? What are the rules if you exit the arena?
That's entirely. We'll see what happens at that point if you try to.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh my God, you guys are about to throw a T-Rex into the air.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Alright. One moment. I have to do this because you turned it into a squirrel. Alright. Fine. The squirrel is going to bite at. One's going to be Nick Neck, two's going to be Cass. Alright, Cass, a squirrel bites at you. And misses you. Okay. Rilo, what would you like to do?
What the fuck is this? She, just really quick, she does get a save at the end of her turn.
Yep.
Oh,
First.
for her. For Skavoda, right. Yeah. For pulled person. And that's a DC 16, I believe it was, for
Yeah.
hold person. Yep. So she is no longer held. But she is prone. Alright, Rilo.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna swing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna beat her down. Does 22 hit?
A
With advantage.
22 does hit, yes.
Well, he has advantage too, right?
Yes, he does, because she's prone.
So you go
Oh.
fishing for the crit.
Yeah, I guess so.
And
No.
there it is.
Oh, and there it is.
So that's going to be
Wow.
22 damage on the critical strike.
All right, second swing.
Would you like to
25
fish for
hit.
a crit there?
Yeah, I may.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you'll get the 14 damage there.
And then the backhand.
Okay.
14
and
probably
the
didn't hit.
backhand misses. Unfortunately,
With
she's-
advantage.
Oh, she's a dwarf. Yep.
Yeah, still didn't hit.
Yep.
Ah, damn it.
Nope. The backhand swing just. She's prone. It's hard to hit a dwarf when they're prone. They're so short.
She's cute though.
Yeah, she's cute. She's got an attitude. Cass, there's
Don't
a
they
squirrel
all?
at your feet.
Can you turn on my dark vision
Yes,
slash
I can.
dynamic lighting?
Yes, I can. Well, I don't
What are the
understand.
rules if hypothetically if the squirrel were to leave the arena?
you want me to
don't know.
Dynamically.
You want me to throw the squirrel?
Well, I don't want to do it. I think Rilo should do it. He's tougher.
Well, Rilo's in the middle of something.
How strong do you need to be to lift a rodent,
Well,
theoretically?
I can't do it. Apparently.
I mean, I think
I'll
for
do
the
it if you want me to do it.
purposes of the fight, I think it's ejection. It's disqualified from the fight. So
Yeah.
that's really what we want.
We used to
I
play.
will attempt to throw the squirrel.
We used to play this game in Tassildale. I'm the
Okay.
squirrel.
All right. So you're going to chuck the squirrel to where?
Close to outside the ring as I can get it.
All right. So I need you to try to grab the squirrel first because
Right.
you don't have it grabbed yet. So I need you to beat a 13.
Can you imagine how
With
how
athletics.
weird this must sound if you come in, if you're the guest coming in to view this game?
Yeah.
How unbelievably what the hell is going on?
There's a T-Rex and a
Why the fuck are
squirrel.
they chucking squirrels? What the hell?
They're squirrel chucking right now. Yes.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
Failing.
you have not grabbed a squirrel
uh,
as the squirrel darts out from between your fingers.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my. That's a.
This
Yeah,
is the second
is
time a
that-
squirrel has escaped.
Can I try it again? Is that I don't know if I can use any.
No, that's your action is to try to grapple.
I don't want to attack the squirrel, right? Because that'll turn it back.
No,
into
yeah, because right.
Then it turns into a T-Rex.
You
again.
used your attack action to attempt to grapple the squirrel.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna use my Shard of the Blue Palace on the T-Rex.
Okay. The shard glows and pulses as a singular bolt of energy goes out. Hits it for 13 damage.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That is
Yeah.
a good one.
That's my turn.
The T-Rex roars in pain. The squirrel chirps in annoyance. Silas, what would you like to do?
I think. How is the big T-Rex looking at this point? I forget. After last
Minorly
week, like, how much
injured.
to it. Okay. Okay. Well, as a bonus action, I will hex the. Just making. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, as a bonus action, I will hex. Let's see if I can. I think I do. Oh, I do 5 feet, so I will move my 5 feet, and then I will hex this guy.
Okay.
Do like a Cupid shuffle. For
Yeah, exactly. And there was there's got to be a trip. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You do have the Titans of Chaos available to you.
Yeah, I do, but I don't think I'm gonna use them on a cantrip. So I'm just gonna blast away at it a couple of times. Now that I've got hex.
I mean, we can trade up, swap up if you guys want to, but I think she's the key to the fight.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I just can't. I just got like Anita's back to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna blast away at it twice for nice, not bad. 35.
Yep.
As I send a couple of Eldritch blasts, and we'll say I send two at once, and they kind of one of them.
Gotcha.
That's like split around the melee fighter.
That second one like rustles Rilo's hair, but
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
I will give it disadvantage on strength stuff. Just is trying to grapple folks again.
Okay.
But that's and I'll spend also the rest of my movement continuing to try and like circle around. 3,
Sure.
4, 5. Trying to like circle around towards it to help out.
So the disadvantage that comes from Hex.
Right. On strength.
Yeah,
checks.
but it's on the T-Rex.
Yep.
Yeah, disadvantage on strength.
Mr. Cicelli, what would you like to do?
Well, I am going to, once again, try to pick up the T-Rex. Because that sounds way more badass.
The
than,
squirrel?
Yes.
You attempt to grab a squirrel. I need you to beat a 7 with your athletics. You have grappled a squirrel.
Hold up, I got the perfect gift. Oh, I got the perfect gift for this.
Roll an
Huzzah!
insight check before you do anything else. Okay, I will send you one message real quick.
Starting.
Proceed.
Oh, I'm almost sure I know what.
But would it put the dinosaur on the outside of the ring? Yes, it would. They might not like that, would they? Quick question, lady. How well trained are your dinosaurs?
She pops up on one elbow, looks at you. They're better as dinosaurs than they are as squirrels.
It's not super.
Yeah, but they won't like eat
The
random
squirrel
strangers,
is,
right?
its head is writhing around trying to bite the web of your hand between your thumb and your forefinger. That's where
Yeah,
it's
but they
trying
won't,
to bite
like-
you.
Will they eat people like outside of the ring?
Only if I tell them to.
Alright, cool. I'm going to hold the squirrel, and I'm going to drag it and pick it up and bring it over here and try to throw it over the railing.
Okay, roll an athletics check to chuck a squirrel.
Oh, you got this.
No, I do not.
Oh my god!
The squirrel hits the wall. Smack! It will take. Please roll 1d6 damage plus strength.
No. Oh.
So -1.
Yep, 1d6 minus 1. So
Son
5.
of a bitch.
Alright, this squirrel lands stunned.
Hey,
Yes.
don't mess with the squirrel anymore. I'm surprised he had 5 hit points. I thought he had 2.
Well, this is why we wanted Rilo to do it, damn it.
Yeah.
The squirrel is now at less than half health.
I swear I thought he only had 2 hit points.
No, I pulled up a squirrel. The squirrel has 7 hit points.
How much do squirrels weigh?
They weigh about 9 ounces.
Perfect. I have a better way to do this.
You know, because
If you cast catapult on that fucking squirrel, neck, this is my goddamn mind.
I know. I need to get that spell.
All right, so
you know, because all the familiars only have 1 or 2 hit points. That's all they've got.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it has 7 hit points, but I guess that's supposed to indicate
Fuckers.
how squirrely they are. Pun intended. Mr. Ciccelli, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I've done enough.
Okay. Knick-knack is done. Miss Anita, there is a Tyrannosaurus Rex in your face that has just tail slapped you. What would you like to do?
Yes, there is. All right.
Silence is shouting, like, get out of there,
Um,
as you see the blasted magic hit the T-Rex from the side.
I am going to hit the T-Rex with a with unsettling word.
Okay,
I-
it has
I-
-8 to its save.
And then cast Phantasmal Killer at the 5th.
Ooh, okay. Can I get you to loot the spell, please?
Yep.
Okay, it cannot
Shit.
possibly make
You
this.
can't save this. Yeah. Oh my god.
So
It's
even
going
with
to run quickly, and it is its biggest fear is its mama T-Rex coming to whip its ass.
okay, all right. So it's going to lay down and try to T-Rex arm cover its head. Let's see here. So go ahead and roll me the 4. Oh, you got the 24 psychic damage there. Got it.
Have you guys ever
And-
seen Meet the Robinsons?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
You know, like when the dinosaurs say, "I got a big head and little arms."
No, I don't think this is really thought out.
That's what I'm
All
imagining
right.
now.
So you have terrified a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Now I am going to follow Silas's advice and get the fuck out of it.
Okay. And so it can actually go ahead and do an opportunity attack, but with disadvantage. So with disadvantage, it will try to bite you as you walk away.
Ugh.
And a 21 will hit you.
It will. And Anita's down.
Okay.
Is Anita's AC 18 or 17?
I'm sorry?
My DC is 17.
Your
Your
AC?
AC.
I mean, my AC, yes, my AC is 17. Sorry. Yes,
Then I can't fix that. I can subtract a D4 from that, but that's not gonna get us.
Okay.
Damn it.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex is no longer frightened of you. or of its mama, which
Well,
does
that's
not
me
exist.
before, that's why it could attack, right?
I'm sorry?
Oh, but it's a concentration. I was going to say it wasn't frightened of me because that's why it could attack.
Right.
But,
But because your concentration breaks because you're unconscious, the Phantasmal Killer goes away.
well, at least I got it for 24.
Oh yeah, it hurt. As the Tyrannosaurus Rex hits you for 43 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, that's Anita's turn. Skavoda Ice Flayer's turn. She's finally going to stand up. She brushes off her knees, her thighs, cracks her knuckles a little bit, looks right at Rilo. You're a tough one. I don't like you that much. And she's going to swing her battle axe at your kneecap.
Okay.
The 17 misses you.
Yes, and I will repost that.
Okay. And then the second swing will come in. Yep.
And an 18 hit her? No,
And
she's got like
does not hit her,
21.
no.
but-
Yeah. Does not hit her, no. But the 22, does that hit you?
No.
22 does not hit you. Okay. Cool.
Oh,
What's
right,
your
he
AC?
did.
I'm at 20. Yes, 22. I'm sorry, 22 does hit.
Okay.
I'm at 21.
Gotcha. So
I don't know why I thought it was 25.
that's going to be the two-handed damage, so it's the 10 damage? Yep. She rolled a 7 on the die, so 7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Oh, and she's got Hunter's Mark on you, so she gets that extra d6.
Oh.
1d6. So 6. So total of 16 damage from that attack.
Okay.
But that was her second swing on your kneecap, and it found and bit in a little bit. She's going to whistle at this Tyrannosaurus Rex and point to Rilo. Tyrannosaurus Rex is going to stomp, 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 stomp over to there.
Wow.
Nope.
And with advantage,
Yeah, it'll be okay.
it's going to bite Rilo. And a 23 will bite Rilo for 24 damage.
Yes. I'm okay, guys.
Rilo, you are now grappled by the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No, I can contest a grapple, right?
You can attempt to escape it.
Ah. Okay, but while I'm grappled, I still can swing.
Yeah,
And so my sentinel will work if she tries to get away.
indeed. Yes, it will.
Okay. I'll just have to tie both of them up.
Yeah, you're just currently in the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to pull a, oh gosh, what was the guy's name from Dragonheart? Yeah,
Oh, I hadn't seen that in a long time.
yeah. I want to say it's Costner, but I know that's wrong. Anyway.
Dennis Quaid.
Miss Dennis Quaid, there you go. Quaid, man, been so long.
Did you know his son's in The Boys? Sorry, tangent.
Yes, I did know that actually. Mr. Elric, you are currently held in the mouth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. What would you like to do?
Who is hurt more, her or him?
As far as close to death, the Tyrannosaurus Rex is closer to death.
All right, so I'll swing at him.
Okay.
Ooh,
Not with the 13. You're not getting through his hide with that.
I'll
Oh, I'm
swing
sorry.
again.
With the 13, you do. You
Oh.
do. Yeah, Tyrannosaurus Rexes are just big meat puppets.
Okay, so
So you
that's
do
11 damage.
11 damage there. Got it?
And on the second one, I'm gonna try and knock him prone with a trip attack.
From in its mouth, you're going to try to trip it.
Well,
Disarming strike, so it drops you.
what can I do? Yeah, I mean, can I use a?
Actually, could you use a disarming strike to try and like break off a teeth or two?
That
so
I
it
could
drops you?
understand. The trip doesn't make sense, but if you want to try disarm, I'm going to
Yep.
disarm.
Yeah, I'll do the disarm. That's just an extra point of damage.
Okay.
And with disarm, he has a strength check, DC 17.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping for. He has disadvantage on that.
Disadvantage.
Because
So
of
he
the
drops Rilo. Rilo, you are dropped prone on the ground.
All right. And I will use second wind as a bonus action.
Okay. You recover hit points. How many do you recover?
16.
16. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
All right. Anything else?
I'm done.
All right.
Stand up.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could stand up as a free action, couldn't
Half your
It's just
half your movement, but yeah.
I? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah. I don't think I'm going anywhere.
Cass. What would you like to
Well,
do?
I'm gonna look at Silas, and then I look at Anita, who's unconscious, and then I point at the T-Rex, and I'm like, da-na-na-na-na-na. Not that Jeopardy exists in this universe, but
Meanwhile, behind you, you see the hulking form of Knick-Knack towering over a squirrel.
I've got Anita. Jump on the T-Rex or do whatever it is, whatever acrobatic shit you're about to do.
shit.
I'm imagining you like cartwheeling towards it because my run.
It still only counts as one. As you hear a squeal of glee coming from your dagger. And you will kill the Tyrannosaurus Rex with the first one.
Hey,
Kill it or knock him unconscious?
fuck, I didn't track. Hang on, I don't know how much movement I just did. Oh, and that was my full 30 feet, so I can't get there.
The Tyrannosaurus Rexes are not characters, they are beasts, so they don't get protected.
Yeah, I can throw. What? I have like a basic fucking dagger to throw.
Yeah, unfortunately, not all dogs do go to heaven. Sorry to break it to people.
What a bummer. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I didn't have this. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to throw a dagger at her.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna hit, but we're gonna try.
Hey,
Nice.
It hits and bounces off of her armor.
Yeah.
20 was not bad.
Yeah, she's got.
Kicks the dagger away.
Fuck.
Yeah, she's like 20, 21 or 22, I think. She's up there.
That's my turn.
Okay. Mr. Silas.
I actually think, you know what? Silas doesn't know that it's only 4 damage. I think if Silas sees, if you don't mind, I'm trying to make a, like, think about the non-optimal call, but it's in character. If Silas sees Cass throwing a knife at Floda and gets the feeling that it's going to almost hit, I will use my reaction to bend luck.
I was gonna say, are we?
Okay.
What is the yellow dot? Are we all blessed?
Yes.
No, you were.
Oh, you were, but
Yeah.
she's unconscious. Yeah.
Got it.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Now you're blessed.
No yellow dots.
Yeah, I don't know that it's 4 damage, so if I see a knife thrown and I think it's to like almost hit, I would bend luck.
Okay,
Brian,
so bend luck.
Well,
The
I hope
D4
it's
is
21,
a
but-
1. So, unfortunately, as it's closer to her heart, it still clangs off of that nice piece of armor.
you see this, like, you see that the knife is about to like chink off the armor completely, and you see like time slow down as Silas reaches out towards it and does like a twisting motion with his hand, and you see the knife like twist in the air a little bit and almost find the chink, and then lose the connection and it drops.
Okay.
That was my reaction at the start of my turn.
If only we're 5 feet closer.
5. I'm gonna get closer to Anita. And then, am I at a spot where next turn I'm gonna be able to? Yes. Okay. Good. I'm only 30 feet away. So now, with my bonus action, I'm gonna move Hex to her.
Okay.
And with my action, I'm gonna use the Tides of Chaos and try to end this.
Okay.
Nice.
Probably. Oh wow, doesn't do it at all, even with the Tides of Chaos. Roll a
Wow.
4 and a
Damn.
terrible dice.
As
Wow.
lightning showers all around you, please roll your d20.
You have a +10 to attack. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I got fucking nowhere. And
You know,
Actually,
that
mine
was
is actually
actually.
two things on that. One, I shouldn't laugh. I pretty much have the same modifier. I'm knick-knack.
Yeah.
I don't attack.
Yeah, you got somewhere.
That must be nice,
56.
having a +10 to attack.
I really thought, 27 plus a d6, it might have done it, you guys. If it had hit, it might have done it.
Yeah, could have.
What hell did I just unleash on us now?
Interesting. Okay.
That was
Cool.
a 3rd level.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex is now a lich.
Anything else you'd like to do,
No.
Silas?
Oh fuck.
Christ, just weep. No, I will spend my last 2 sorcery points. Yeah, I'm trying to hit this. I'm gonna cast. I don't think she's gonna do any stuff, so I think I'm just gonna cast her.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully a 22 does it.
A
We
22
just
will hit her
cleared
for
20.
9 damage plus a d6. All
Nice.
Alright, so 14 damage.
That's
Got
good.
it.
She also is going to have disadvantage on Rilo. On your stuff, can they pick advantage or acrobatics, or do they? It's almost always strength, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost always strength. Like if I grapple her, it's going to be a strength check. Trips, all that, disarm, that's all strength. And
She can use acrobatics to escape, but for him to grab her.
But
is
all of those
strength.
initial checks will be strength. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do disadvantage on strength.
Okay.
And I'm in a spot where I can heal Anita with my action next turn, so I'm good. I'm set.
Okay. Mr. Ciccelli, Knick-Knack, what would you like to do?
Well, you said this thing only weighs a few ounces, right?
Correct.
So I'm Knick-Knack's gonna I have an idea, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
All right.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going to pick up the squirrel with Mage Hand.
Okay, I do need you to roll your athletics with the Mage Hand. The Mage Hand does not automatically succeed on grapples.
Isn't it stunned?
It is stunned, right?
Well, it got hit. It's not stunned.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need you to beat a 21.
21.
Can I? Fuck. This fucking thing.
No, it was almost a 1 and a 20, by the way.
It's
Just-
almost
damn it.
like you picked one of the most invasive animals in the world right before we were done.
Why
I-
did
You
you
could have picked a sloth, but you picked a flippin' squirrel.
It's the only part that
You could have picked a fish. It had a fish out of water, but you chose a squirrel.
Yes,
Just
well,
where
it was the
died
first thing that
after
came to mind. So the way I'm going to RP this is Knick-Knack is going to be looking very brave and very majestic as he's like, fuck this, and just start running away from the squirrel.
Okay, the
Oh
my
squirrel
God.
that prevents an opportunity attack,
Yep.
and you'll get bit for 3 damage.
But it almost hit a 20. Did you see that die come out?
Yeah.
that was so funny.
Oh my
Do I-
god.
If you would have gotten crit from a fucking squirrel, I think I would have died.
Just for the record, that's I need to make a concentration save, right?
Yep, gotta be a 10.
Yeah.
If anyone should know how dangerous squirrels are, it should be Nick.
Alrighty.
See, I told you guys, nobody listens.
Nobody argued.
Roar! Tyrannosaurus Rex returns to the field.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Run!
Oceans.
Can you turn it
11.
in?
This is why I wanted Rilo to throw it.
Okay, so the squirrel is now back to its original form of that of a Tyrannosaurus Rex that is about at half health. Yeah.
Lovely.
So,
Remember, it was your fault that I threw you that way if you weren't squirming.
Mr. Ciccelli, is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
You know, so it's actually funny. There's a process document in my work that I wrote, and we have something called Step 7, and that step is pray. That's what
Ooh.
Knick-Knack's going to be doing for the rest of this.
Gotcha.
Oh, no.
Anita Soul, please make a death saving throw.
As somebody who knows where Knick-Knack's prayers probably go, please don't pray.
Yeah.
Does that do I not make any death saves after this? Because I had 2 failures from the amount of damage. So is that just
so
like
yeah, you're done.
No.
Wait, hang on. The amount of damage did.
It didn't do that much.
It didn't do 2 failed
I
death
only
saves,
had
did
2
it?
hit points. I only had 2 hit points at the time.
So yeah,
And
And
what's
so-
what's half of your? Damn.
yeah. Anita's out of the fight.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't.
She will
I
be
don't
resurrected
understand
at
how
the end.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Well,
don't
it has
understand
to
how
do
that works.
it has to do half of her max. Oh, like whatever was left over had to be half of her max.
So
and
46
the amount
is more than half of
damage
her max.
So that would be
41.
one. That'd be one fail, and then she just rolled the second fail, right?
But I mean, I don't know if
Well, I
that.
thought
maybe
if it's
the
half of her
software
max,
is
that's
bad,
2
but-
fails.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
my max is 85.
Yeah. So
Oh, then it didn't do. Hang on. Then it didn't do half of your max, Steve. You got hit with 43 damage. You had 2 left. What was left over was 41. That's almost, but not quite half of your max. So you didn't have any failed death saves.
no. So that's your
started
first
with 0.
failure.
That's your first
Okay.
failure right there. It was almost. It was like 2 damage away from me.
Yeah.
But it was.
The HP management thing came up with 2 fails on it, so I just assumed that it knew what it was doing.
Nah. All right, here we go. Incoming Tyrannosaurus Rex. Da, 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 da. Nick Nack.
No.
To Anita and bites her in the head.
Nick
What
Nack.
did I ever do to you?
A
What did I
tail
ever do?
whaps Nick Nack.
Nick knocks out.
Nick Nack, you will take 27 damage from a tail
That
slap.
actually does not knock me out because I have that thingamajig.
He has the amulet now. He's up in the 60s.
Okay.
What can I say?
The bite has to hit
Rilo.
Cass.
He's bites.
A
Oh, nice.
13 does not hit Cass. And then we get to Skavoda Ice Flare. Skavoda Ice Flare looks up and down her arms after the spell that was cast at her fizzled. And you notice that all the hairs on her arms are standing on end. Lightning is crackling up and down her arms and up into her eyes. She smiles at Rilo and is going to swing her great axe at Rilo as the wild magic surge courses through her.
Son of a bitch! What did I do?
And
With Ice Flare,
She
man. and you
critically
gave her some
fails?
sort of-
Nice.
the second swing to Rilo
Rilo winks at her.
is a
Are you guys
20 to
sizing
hit
him
you.
up, or are you sizing
No,
each other up?
I have
What are you doing?
I have a 21, so I kind of wink with the other eye.
Okay.
With the other eye. Oh my god.
She flips the axe in her hand, and you watch as a bolt of lightning arcs up into the axe and back into her hand. And she winks back. Let's do this, boy. And then it's Rilo's turn.
Rilo will swing. Ooh. Yeah.
She winks at you.
Oh,
And
little feet right now.
you will bat her eyelashes a little bit.
You are fighting. Are you dancing or are you fighting?
That's right, you will.
And
I have a great box for you.
22.
22. You'll hit her for 7 damage. As you hit her, the discharge of magical lightning energy erupts from her. Both Rilo and Skavoda are rendered unconscious
Oh.
Okay.
instantly.
Interesting.
Does that mean we win?
Next person.
Until dawn.
God.
Oh my god.
On.
Oh my god.
So they really are sleeping with each other now.
Well, I mean, we might be. That part might fade once we bring you out of this ring. Like, I don't know how this.
Yeah.
God.
So,
Wow.
like
That's
Thor
funny.
and the Hulk, boom.
Man, you guys just couldn't wait until you guys got out of the arena, huh?
Cass,
There was that natural electricity between each other.
what would you like to do, Cass?
It sparked something.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a weird one. Never seen that. That's cool.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see that one
ultimately
again.
it means that even though I missed, like, I guaranteed it was about to go unconscious. Yet,
So, Cass is going to hit the Tyrannosaurus Rex for 25 damage with the lady in red, and she is absolutely giddy beside herself right now. This is so much fun! We should get out more often.
Nice.
And you'll stab for another 4 damage.
That's my turn.
Okay.
You don't get the sneak attack damage?
Only once per turn.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Imagine if Rogue's got 2 sneak attacks. God, that'd be
We would all be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Mr. Silas,
Silas.
you
So
have
I'm
rendered
just
both
my
Rilo
fault,
and
but-
Skavoda unconscious.
Well,
Yeah, do you like know that? Do you feel that in your soul?
probably. Yeah, probably. I think there is a sense where Silas is able to like see things happen and just feel the universe telling him like, yeah, that's my fault. That was me.
No.
And I will use administer a
We
potion
can charge Silas with battery.
to Anita. To provide to administer a healing potion of healing to Anita. So she
Anita,
gets
you regain 6 hit points.
Yay.
and then with my bonus and son of a bitch, I'm out of sorcery points, so with my bonus action I will just try to recoup some. I will convert a 2nd level spell slot into 2 sorcery points as my bonus action. My turn.
Mr. Cicelli, what would Nick Nack like to do? As there's a Tyrannosaurus Rex tail swinging over your head.
Well, if it works one time, maybe it works again. I'm gonna try to turn it into a squirrel again.
Learn from your mistakes!
So it didn't.
Nice. I would have gone with a fish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nick Nack would do a squirrel.
All right.
Nick Nack learns not to touch it.
Who's the
Now a
big kid?
squirrel.
Excuse me. Who's the big kid now? Huh?
The tail flaps in your direction.
It's ineffective.
That's right.
Stop it. It's not very effective. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tyrannosaurus Rex used tail whip, but it failed. Nick Nack is just gonna kind of walk in a circle, strutting around, and talking to the crowd. Are you not entertained?
Boo.
Okay, Russell Crowe, calm down.
Anita, what would you like to do as you're prone on the ground?
I will use half my action to stand up and tell Silas thank you.
And then
And I'm going to use a. Sorry, what?
I said you probably bought it, so might as well drink it.
I am going to cast. Use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself. For another 9. And then I'm gonna try casting Phantasmal Killer on our friend Sapovida.
Hey, she's already unconscious.
Oh, she's unconscious. Oh, I didn't realize she was unconscious.
Yes. She and Rilo are both laying down on the ground with the weapons next to their sides.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yes, I did. Okay. I will cast Dissonant Whispers on our squirrel.
Okay. The squirrel gets a negative what to its save?
No, Dissonant Whispers, not Unsettling Words.
Oh, okay. So, the wisdom saving throw for the squirrel. The squirrel got a 14, so it's going to take 22 psychic damage. 7 of that is removed as the squirrel will die, horribly mutilated. And the Tyrannosaurus Rex, now, as Knick-Knack is in mid-strut, towers over Knick-Knack, having taken an additional 15 damage.
Oh, it doesn't die as a squirrel? I thought it was.
No, now I have to do it all over again.
The crowd
Now I
cheers
have to
as the
run away,
Tyrannosaurus Rex looms
I
over
have to run away,
Knick-Knack
though.
Yeah,
with his
it
arms
follows the-
outspread. Are you not entertained?
He does have to run away.
God damn it!
It uses the same rules as a druid.
It has to run away though. Makes her run away as a reaction.
Yeah, so the reaction still stands, right?
Yep, so it would have to run away. So, yep, it has to move away. Alright, so then it is its turn.
It does take opportunity attacks from Cass, though.
No, it's not a willing movement.
It is a willing movement. It does have to move on its own.
Oh, that's right. Yep, go ahead, Cass. If you'd like to take an opportunity attack, Knick-Knack, you can as well.
Fuck no. I want to let Cass get pissed off at it.
Okay, Cass is going to hit it for 23 damage.
Man, she throws so many dice.
Yes, she does. It's so much fun. If we were in person, she'd have to have a dice cup.
Thank God for technology, because could you imagine me being like, 2 plus 4 plus 10 plus...
That's why I like those pixel dice, is they'll actually upload the total to your phone.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, those are going to be so cool.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
excited.
So that's as it runs away. Cass, it's not happy that you stabbed it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nom nom nom.
Mm-mm.
It bites down and misses you.
Oh!
Nice.
Rilo's unconscious. Cass, it's your turn.
Right,
Well,
I
it didn't
attacked
radically come closer to me, though, could it? Because it's frightened.
It's not the official frightened condition.
Yeah, it's
It
only
is a specific.
for that
it has
round,
suspended turn doing that for that round.
yeah.
Which is cool though, because it means that creatures that are immune to frightened still get blasted.
Yep.
That's-
So the
first
lady in
swing.
red screams, "It's time for you to die, darling Missy." And Cass is going to eviscerate a Tyrannosaurus Rex. The crowd applauds the show of
Are you
force.
not entertained? And Cass runs up and just guts this fucking.
As this happens, the ropes fall from the rafters. Clerics dressed in white and gold descend and will heal Skavoda Ice Flayer and Rilo, dispelling the wild magic surge that was placed upon them. And heal everyone to full, as if they had a long rest. Skavoda will look around. Well, looks like you all owe me drinks. And she walks over to the wall, climbs outside,
Drinks, do we?
and heads over to the bar.
Works for us.
We did not budget for having to buy T-Rexes like a keg each, so I'm hoping they don't drink.
I know,
Well,
but it doesn't matter. They don't get to sit at the bar.
Beautiful,
Huh.
beautiful.
That's right. Knick-Knack's gonna look at the crowd like, what I tell you?
Oh my god.
So, you have defeated Skavoda Ice Flayer at the Iron Boot. She is waiting at the bar when you guys get up out of the ring. Go ahead and hit that long rest button, please.
For items that we used in the ring, we get those back, right?
No. That's
Items.
only for the Battle Royale. Yeah.
Well, for the record, I used my last charge of my ghost step test. They were avoiding early damage, so I've got to wait until dawn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys came here in the early evening, so. Alright, so she waits for each of you to come by and buy her a drink. So she gets 5 drinks.
Yeah, what is she drinking?
Oh,
Does she
she
care?
likes a triple red ale. It is a very
Right.
viscous drink. It is as black as night. It looks almost like molasses coming out of the jar.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
Rilo, give it a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw, please. Need you to beat a 13. Okay.
Wow.
It's
I mean, he's got a.
it's like liquid bread. It's very strong, but you're able to hold your liquor, and it's good for you. It's one of these drinks that you would not be able to hold 3 or 4 of these down, just because it would fill your belly. So, like, just gonna sit there.
Yeah. That was fun. That's kind of what we expected.
It was fun,
Hey.
lad. Good times. Next time you come to Area Boar, see me again.
Oh, absolutely. She's tough.
Yeah, that was fun. That was. Hey, by the way, what are the T-Rex's names?
Huh? 1 and 2.
So
I gotta
Tell
say,
me
I was
about-
hoping for a little more sentiment, but they probably don't care, so that's fair.
No,
Hey,
it's
tell me
spelled
about-
Juan,
oh,
and the other
Oh,
one is Toou.
Got it. Got it.
1 and
Sorry.
2.
yeah, dwarf logic. What I mean, go figure.
For the
Yeah, I mean,
record,
you're not gonna argue.
I know these people. I know these actual people that were named that here in San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
It's so
Were
bad.
Were they Thing 1 and Thing 2?
No, they're
So-
brothers.
Yeah, were they
Oh,
Thing
wow.
1 and Thing 2?
No, not thing 1, thing 2, just 1 and 2.
So, tell me about this blue blazer.
Yes.
Is he-
What would you like
is
to
he-
know? He's a scaredy
I mean,
cat. That's what he be.
I was
Well,
gonna
I
ask how'd you get T-Rexes? Where can we buy a T-Rex?
Oh, you got to go to Schultz. If you want to get one of them, you got to go to Schultz. That's the only place that they come natural. Of
How long
course.
did it take you to train? How long did it take you to train 2 T-Rexes?
Oh, you get them in eggs. It's been 9 years now. Got to be there when they're born to imprint on you. Means you got to kill the mother, and then you got to sit on the egg and keep it warm.
That's not as long.
Aww.
And roll an insight check. Absolutely how it happens.
Yeah. 100%.
So
She didn't.
the blue blazer. I mean, what's the big deal? Everybody, he seems to be pretty scary. I mean, who is he and what is he and what can he do?
Famous wrestler, comes in, fights all the time, does all sorts of things all over the lands. Comes to the Iron Boot, various franchises, and mops up and cleans house. Usually, he's got this whole decorative entrance with snow works and everything. And if you ask what snow works are, she imitates fireworks, but made out of ice and snow. It's amazing. It's
Adorable.
quite the show. Also, whenever you face him, the entire ring gets iced over.
Can you take him? I mean, you're one of the
Oh,
toughest
no.
people I've had.
No, lad. The Blue Blazer, he's got reputation. If I were to take him, it wouldn't be in the ring. He's cute, mind you. He's handsome.
Okay.
He's got some self-confidence to him.
Never
There's
been beat.
also another ring, though, so I mean...
You know,
Has he
let's
ever
face
been
it.
beat?
I'm sorry?
Has he ever been beat?
Oh, I'm sure he has somewhere. But let's face it. He's good looking. He wins fights. He's popular. He has lots of money. What's there not to like? Anyone would like to be with him.
Just
Sounds like
describe me.
He sounds like an asshole. What are you talking about?
Anita raises an eyebrow and leans in a little bit closer.
Yeah, he's quite cute. From what I hear, very nice man. Listens and is kind, but he sits up on the 3rd floor, where we can't usually go.
Of course.
Get an asshole.
Yeah,
Sounds kind of like
Could be.
kind of sounds like a money-making opportunity if you end up beating him.
oh, I'm
Kind of
sure.
I'm kind of talking to the group a little bit. Like she's there, but I'm sort of glancing at the group while I say that. Like, I don't know
Oh.
if and when we're ready and we want to put some money down.
Yes, if
Apparently
you
he's
could, if the
Oh,
all
yeah,
of
I
you
bet
were to
you are.
get together, you could probably give him a run for his money. Just remember, the crowd is more influenced than you think. Remember, I had you until you started appealing to the crowd. Once you appeal to the crowd, turn to your side.
Oh yeah, Cass definitely needed those cheers before she eviscerated that reptile.
Yeah, Cassie was still covered in gore. Yeah.
The crowd around you cheers with you. They are very thrilled to have you here buying Skavoda a drink, as not many of them get the opportunity. Which means they lose to her.
Yeah. But she buys a lot of them, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, she buys a lot of drinks. Cass, are you going to do what you asked there?
I would like to.
Okay. Are you going up the stairs, or how are you going to do that?
I don't want to I don't want this to be seen as like a breach of conduct in any way. So if it's allowable to go up the stairs and that's like a thing, then cool. But if it's not, I guess I'll just wait, see if I can flag them down.
As you walk up to the stairs, there is a very short, falcon-like individual there in a pink vest and a flowery skirt. She's got a clipboard and little spectacles, half specs, on her beak. And as you walk up, yes, darling, can I get your name, please?
It's Cass.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You're expected. Go on up.
Oh, thank you.
Is anyone going to try to follow Cass?
Nah, I know better.
Okay.
I don't. Can't wait up.
The falcon-like woman steps between you and Cass, blocking the stairway. Name, please.
Hi. What?
Your name, please, sir.
Oh,
Kind sir, your name.
Knick-knack Chichilli.
You are relegated to the first
Master
floor.
Wizard?
Thank you very much. Yeah, you may go have a seat at the bar.
Ooh, tough break, man.
You know what? You're gonna regret this one day.
She looks at you. The falcon girl looks at you. I'm very sorry. I don't make the rules. I simply enforce them.
Fine. Knick-knack will, very dejectedly walk towards the bar.
Thank you for your
And then
cooperation.
then he's immediately gonna stick his head up and be like, "Hey, barkeep, what would have happened if the squirrel would have gone out of the arena? Would that have been like a rule violation to chuck a T-Rex out?"
The orc woman, who's there, looks over at you. Well, first thing, it would have gone up to the yellow line, then would have transformed back into its original form, at which point the inertia would have stopped moving it upward, and you would have been squished.
Jeez.
Oh, there's
I knew that. That's why my whole thing didn't work. I knew that.
Okay, got that.
I totally knew that.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
There you
Awesome. Okay, I need to do one other thing here real quick. All right. So, Cass, as you're going upstairs to the third floor, there is a gentleman there who looks like a lizard almost. And he's dressed in all purple. It's a purple suit and tie. And it's not great look for him because there is no contrast in his outfit. It is 100% purple. But it does contrast with his green scales. And as you approach to go up to the fourth floor, he asks for your name. Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh, not a great contrast. And then we lost them.
Not a great contrast in his outfit, and then we lost him
Big
for
drop.
just a second. We're back very quickly.
Okay. So he's wearing an all-purple suit. The only thing that is different is that it contrasts well with his scales.
I mean, I'm not one for fashion, given that I am covered in Tyrannosaurus Rex blood, but I'll just, like, nod. Like your suit.
He looks at you. Well, thank you. That's quite kind. I don't get many comments. It was tailored. May I ask your identity, please?
Oh, I'm Cass.
Oh, my apologies. Go right ahead. And he steps out of the way.
Great. Do I know who would know, like, where the Blue Blazer is, / why he's not here tonight to fight?
You go up to the 4th floor, and on the 4th floor, there is the collection. Bald.
Oh, great.
Alopecia at 100%. No hair whatsoever on his body. He is wearing his flowing purple robes, and he looks up at you and gestures to the large oak doors at the far end of the 4th floor, which is interesting because there's not anything up here on the outside of the building.
Interesting.
As you
Okay.
approach the 2 wooden doors,
Yep.
he opens them for you, leading into a very large private chamber with a massive bay window behind a large mahogany desk. Surrounding the entire room, you see artifacts of all types, all origins. You see all cultures represented here. Everything from orcs to angels to demons and elves. Everything's here. And as you walk in, he steps to the desk, sits in the high-back chair, and steeples his fingers. How can I help you today, Cass?
Hey, I'm kind of look down and I'm like, oh, right, I'm still covered, so I'm not really sorry.
He waves his hand,
I hope
and
so.
you are clean.
Oh, I kind of wanted some of it, but yeah, thank you. That's very nice.
It can be returned, of course.
You can give me can you give me like a little lapel, like a pin almost of blood T-Rex stain?
Certainly. And he does a gesture of throwing something at you, and a splat the size of a paintball hits you in the left breast area.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm.
I was just curious. We were pretty hyped up to see the Blue Blazer tonight, but I guess he's not showing. Do you know why, or do you know if he's going to be here in the next couple of days?
I do know.
Do you want to tell me?
I'm not at liberty to do so, Cass, darling. Certain contractual agreements prevent me from divulging the information that you have requested. However, I'm sure you can find out more information. You're a smart individual.
Fair enough. All right. Would you be willing to point me in the direction of someone who knows?
Gladly. They're on the first floor.
I got.
You came
Okay.
in with them.
Oh. Interesting. All right. Thank you. I'll
And Cass, I didn't tell you this.
Oh. And then I mime like the zipper over the mouth and like throwing away the key.
As you look out the window behind him, you realize that you guys are deep underwater right now,
Oh. Dope.
as sharks are swimming by the window, followed by a plesiosaur.
Wow, fancy digs.
Thank you.
Mitchie's pretty pleased.
But you've been here before.
Yeah, that's true. It's just been a while.
You're always welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate
How
it.
has business been?
I pretty good. a little bit waylaid in between tasks, but mostly good.
Ooh. You know, there's a lot of people who miss you being around here in Ereable, right?
You say miss me, but what I hear is probably you're trying to kill me.
Well, and he smiles and thinks a moment. Missing you can be taken in so many forms. One could be with weapons. The other could be
Yes.
emotionally missing you.
Yeah.
Jewel would like to see you if you have time.
Yeah, that would, that's on the agenda, I hope. We'll see if we can hang out around here for a couple of... Alright, Damon's giving me
Just giving looks about like. We've got
By the... What's Damon giving you? I'm sorry?
just looks
Looking at me?
as nothing. Got secrets. Got lots of friends in your board. Not a problem. Just giving.
Oh, okay. Okay. One of those looks that would work at the table but doesn't work online. Got it.
That's right, yes, exactly.
So, did you have any messages for anywhere? And you look outside, and now the entire outside is on fire. The rims of the windows are glowing red hot.
As a player, I'm like enamored by this situation. I want to like sit in front of this window and just stare at it. For the next like, Cass is, but, I mean, we are hopefully going to the high altar of the moon today. But, I mean, if you could get, if there was a message for me to get there in case we can't get there today, that would all be doable.
I think you remember how to get in, don't you?
I do. It's
I understand
I
you
remember
have
how
a
to
new
get into a
cleric,
lot of-
though.
okay.
You have a cleric in your attendance? This Anita person. She and I
Yeah.
exchanged words back in Marcember a while back.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. It's good people.
Is she?
Yeah.
That's high praise coming from you, Cass.
Don't like spread that around.
Fair enough. You know I'm discreet.
Yes, you are, and I appreciate your discretion as always.
Always. Is there any other favor I can do for you, Cass? Anything at all?
I mean, I guess we've got, I don't know how you feel about, like, powerful creatures trying to take over the material plane. We do have one of those that we're trying to tackle. So if you personally don't want to get involved, I totally understand that. I personally didn't want to get involved, but here I am. But if you could point me towards anybody who maybe would be willing to help us in our endeavor to defeat this lich, that would be much appreciated. Yeah.
Cass, you know I am all about balance. I can't
Yeah.
side with any one faction unless it is to restore the balance in things. Should the situation get unbalanced, I may be able to interfere or intervene. You know I have a wide variety of warriors and forces at my disposal thanks to the Iron Boot. But until such time, my hands are tied within this building.
That's fair.
And now
I guess-
you are looking down at all of Toril from space.
This office is fucking awesome.
I guess just if you hear anything about, what is Charity's group called? The Moon Daggers? Is that the...
Yes, that is her organization.
Okay, if you hear anything about, like, I know that they're very much a covert operation, but if you hear anything about them making any moves, they're doing it on behalf of this lich to take over.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She was
I
in
know their whole
here
thing is, like,
a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yes. She was trying
she-
out some tricks of hers.
Some tricks of hers. Do you want to tell me any details on those tricks?
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I can't.
You and your, like, contracts and obligations to people, it's just... Doesn't it feel stifling to you?
Oh, absolutely it does. But you understand, you wouldn't want me giving your secrets out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're meeting
she-
with Mask in that temple. You know, that's not for anyone to know.
Alright. Well, first of all, true. And second of all, oh my god, it was really cool though. Like, he's so cool. And then, like, Cass has to, like, pull the fangirl thing under control.
Out the window, you see hundreds of thousands of people crucified and burning as you are now in hell.
Wow.
You can't hear it, but you can see the agony across their faces as the window has changed once again.
Damn, that part I don't love.
He is nonplussed by the changing environment.
Yeah, that's fair. As somebody whose office this is, and just like it's just like one of those motion changing pictures. Kind of learn to filter it out. Can you tell me if she's like, is she here fighting individually? Is she here with a group? Is she here under a certain name, or like with a group that has a name?
She came in 2 weeks ago under the name of Charity, wanted it known that she was here. She participated in a couple of encounters, and then she asked quite politely that the details of those encounters be stricken from the record. And
Interesting.
as such, I obliged.
Do you know, or will you tell me, did she leave with anyone? Did she leave on her own?
From what I understood, it appeared she was with others, but she left alone. And he says that very specifically with those choice words.
Right.
As he's trying to let something on, but is skirting what he has agreed to.
Right. Are there any regulars at the Iron Boot who, like, hang out in the audience and probably saw the fight and then might be here tonight?
No, none of the people who would have seen those encounters would be here tonight. There are regulars. You might ask the people you came with how regular they are.
Okay. Good to know.
The scene in the window changes, and it is a grassland. Just as far as I can see, just 3-foot tall grass. And you don't see anything else other than this green grass. And then after a moment, 30, 40 deer pop their head up, look around, and start prancing off into the distance. Followed by a large humanoid figure with a purple hood and a mane. He holds a giant flint-bladed axe at his side.
Love it. Is she... Do you know if she's still in Erebor, or if she's, like, or where she was headed?
Cass, once they leave the boot, I have no control over where they are.
I understand that, but you did also just a conversation that I had with Mask, so I assume that you have information from outside the Iron.
He turns and looks over his shoulder at the individual who's currently walking across the savannah and smiles at you. I have ways to watch. As far as knowing, I might, but I could not share if I did.
Not even if You could name your price for sharing?
He gestures to all the wealth around you,
Yeah.
all the collection here, and asks you the simple question, what do I have to desire?
Yeah, I kind of thought you were going to say that. I imagine this is not the first time they've had conversations like this with each
Of
other, where
course
Cass is
not.
like, but what if I... And it's like, no, man, we have this conversation every time.
On his desk, there's a little paperweight of a chickadee, and it's been completely immobile until just now, at which time the little head rotates and blinks at you with its jewel-encrusted eyes.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's Chase going, I know that reference.
I don't think I have anything else to ask. So I will thank the collection for the time spent with me, and then I will return back to my companions at the bar.
Okay. Anytime you have need of my services, you know where to come and where to ask. You're always
Very
welcome
true,
up
and I
here.
thank you for that.
And
Thank you.
remember, I may ask for your services in time.
Oh, definitely. Most people who are acquainted with me do.
I haven't yet, but I might in the future. Especially
Well,
if
I'm-
things become too unbalanced.
Exactly. You just let me know, and I will help out in whatever ways.
Okay. Alright. So he gestures to the two wooden doors, which open with a very subtle hiss. And as you are about to leave, you look over your shoulder at the window, and you are in clouds, and you see angels darting by. And the doors will close behind you, leaving him backdropped by a scene from the highest of heavens.
Wonderful. I will return to... I assume everyone's still at the bar, but I don't know how long it's been, so it's possible other people gone up to do things.
Okay. So, what have the rest of you been doing during the time that Cass has been gone?
I mean, I'm imagining mostly drinking and chatting, and asking around the bar to see if anybody knows anything about the Blue Blazer.
Okay. There's a lot of
We'll
people
try
who
to
will
get-
tell stories about the Blue Blazer, how wonderful he is, how kind he is, how he's a great listener, and how he's kind to the poor. Dude sounds amazing, and every
Sounds like
time you hear about him, his legend just grows.
So is okay. So you know how the legend is always bigger than the man. I mean, how much are they embellishing? Has any of these guys actually ever seen the Blue Blazer, or is it one of these things that everybody knows about him but nobody ever saw him?
Please
sounds
roll
like a
an
dick.
insight
Hey.
check.
They just say they saw him.
No,
Let's
that's a
see.
great question. I'm curious.
This is something I'm actually decent at. Supposed to be.
Nick Nack's just like, this guy sounds like an asshole. He ran scared because he heard we were coming.
Okay. With a 16,
I could've done better.
there's
Yep.
a couple most of the people, you're right, have never even seen the guy. However, there are a couple of the hardcore fans that you can tell they come here on a regular basis because they recognize the bartender and they're acting like they're comfortable. And one of them actually pulls out a poster and turns it, and it's autographed of the Blue Blazer. And it's a picture of a silhouette highlighted in blue, and it's signed and dated. And it's dated about a week ago.
Okay.
And he's like, he's so wonderful, he's so kind. He sat and gave us autographs for everyone, all the kids, everything.
So I'm going to study the poster for a minute.
Sure.
I'm going to take a really long look at the poster while, and ask a few questions about, how he fights and, what kind of maneuvers does he do? I mean, does he use a lot of magic? What kind of
lots
weapons?
of magic. He's all magic.
Lots of magic.
All magic.
All magic. See, I heard he was a grappler. I heard he was a brawler.
Oh, no. His hands become magical, and when he touches you, you die.
Okay. That's
Freeze to death instantly. Your heart
Freeze to
stops,
death
and you can pull it from your chest and then shatter it before your eyes.
Oh, wow.
And yet he ran scared from us. What a dick.
So, after about
he didn't run
a minute...
scared. He just was busy with other appointments, probably saving the world. What do you do?
I save the world on a regular basis, honey.
Honey, he said.
Please roll persuasion.
Shit. Can it be deception? I'm better at that.
This is the fun part. You're not lying. Yes.
Anita will assist.
They're a little impressed by the fact that Nick Necchicelli is both saving the world and dismissing the Blue Blazer.
He just ran scared. If you want to see a real fight, you gotta see how let's see him take on Nick Necchicelli.
Tell you what, sir. And the guy comes over and hands you a piece of paper with the autograph on it. Sign a challenge for the next time he's in town.
I mean, are we going to be here? When's he going to be in town again?
You never know.
When's it?
Well, I'm not hanging out in here anymore.
Yeah, we're not hanging out in here anymore.
So,
Yeah, Nick Nack would assume we're leaving, so it's like he's not viewing this as a heavy risk factor.
Okay.
So I'm going to write Nick Nack Necchicelli on the paper, and in Gnomish, I'm going to write.
You don't know if there's consequences to not fulfilling the challenge.
Yeah, that's or
So,
do we?
what did you write it on? Bring it on. Got it. Just the one letter, or are you spelling it
Oh
out?
no, the full word. I just
Okay.
bring it on, bitch, in Gnomish.
Okay. Got it.
And underneath, in smaller script, you're gonna pump our gas one.
Oh. Okay. So I need to do this. Let's see here.
And no, he's going to be like, what's gas?
All right.
What's gas?
Rilo, looking at that piece of paper, what two statistics would you like to choose?
I have no. I mean, I don't even know if I can tell anything, but
Yeah, according to this, if you spend at least 1 minute observing, you can actually determine this just from looking at them.
so total class levels
9.
9. Okay, and armor class.
16.
Okay. Huh.
no. Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that don't mean much. If he can freeze you to death the first time he touches you, it might not matter.
Yep. All
Okay,
right.
that's. Damn, I would think I could solo him.
Maybe. Maybe he's got tricks
Probably-
up his sleeve.
Probably not. Yeah. He's probably like a magical Swiss Army knife.
Perhaps. So, as the night winds down, you see Liam walk into the Iron Boot. He's dressed differently. He's clean. He's dressed in... Please describe your new outfit, Liam.
So when he walks in, you see a black cloak that goes down to his wrist and goes all the way down to his feet. And and it looks like that there are buttons on the side near his collarbone, like or 2 rows of buttons that go from his collarbone down to the middle of his chest. And in his hand, you see a white mask, a white porcelain mask.
Okay. Silas, I need you to roll a investigate to start.
So,
Okay, it has to be investigated because I'm hoping he uses persuasion for this in a crowd. But I
Well,
get it.
to start, you gotta find the right person.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. So, you will find what you need, and yeah, cool. The rest of that will be resolved right here. There you go. Enjoy that.
Thank you. Will do.
As a very large, muscular man, he's dressed in a green vest, and he's bald, tall, muscular, black guy. Guy you would normally pick for a bouncer, but didn't because they got more capable bouncers.
So we have-
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just wrapping it up. So I was just saying, I think I would be polite and transactional about it. Probably, loosely, make my way through a crowd, drink a little bit, but circle my way back to the party at the bar after just browsing for 10 or 15 minutes of the crowd to see if there's anything interesting. Then go ahead, take it away, bro.
Okay. You guys will
How
see
did you
Cass
guys
come
go?
down the stairs at this point and rejoin the party.
How did
I'll
your
circle
fight go?
Went well. More T-Rexes than we usually fight at once.
so many T-Rexes.
You fought a T-Rex. It's very interesting.
We got a T-Rex. I got you quote, Brett.
Anita will just turn around and see the new clothes and be like, "Oh, somebody got spiffed up. Where have you been?"
Hot date.
No, just out and about, taking care of some loose ends.
So
Well-
hot date.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
I was going to say, one is not necessarily instead of the other. I hope it was a productive evening.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good evening,
Um,
especially with
go
the
ahead.
outcome at the temple.
You guys realize that less than 4 hours ago, he was fighting for his life against Paddywhack.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah, we're just
trying to express interest, but give him space to process.
Yep.
We
Exactly.
we totally had your back. We were just sitting there watching. We knew you were going to pull it off, but if something went wrong, we were there.
But
Yeah,
would not have been
all of us.
pissed off an entire army for the sake of would have done it again.
It's it felt selfish in the end to do that now, but
Selfish? Why selfish?
I mean it's my problem, not your guys'. I should have dragged you into it.
You didn't. We could have just came straight here, like an hour early. We chose to go with you because we wanted to help you see it through.
Yeah, not to mention, we made a great couple of contacts there too.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
totally
We were
worked out.
getting that ally for the Lich as well.
And we, by the way, have all gotten each other involved in all kinds of shit. You were almost killed by us.
Yeah.
That is true.
So we have a lot to do in town. Do we want to go ahead and mark something else off the list?
Yeah.
Actually, before we go, is the ice flare still at the bar?
Yeah, she's around.
I
She's
would like to
currently
ask
macking on
if
another
she's-
dwarf, but yeah, she'll take a
Oh,
moment.
well,
Yeah.
I'll wait for her to be done.
Oh, it takes a good
She's not done,
4 or
but,
5
like-
uncomfortable seconds before she comes up for air, but yeah.
And I just want to ask, hey, were you here at the Iron Boot a couple weeks ago?
Of course.
Did you see a fight with a woman named Charity?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What was that fight like? Who was she fighting against? Do you remember any of her moves she was using?
No, she was fighting against this loser here. And the guy next to her looks like a schmuck. Just a loser. Any of you could take him any day of the week. Like, he's level 1. And he's like dough-faced, fresh off the farm. Guy couldn't stand up to anything. And
So the fight was over.
it was over. No, it lasted a good 10 minutes. That was the worst part about it. She tortured his mind.
Oh.
Oh, that's her. Yep, that's her.
She sat there and played with him. Made him do all sorts of nasty things. They were fun to watch, though. But horrible things. Ran him into walls over and over again. Made him chase copies of herself. Just toyed with him for 10 minutes before finally rendering him unconscious instantly. Never touched the lad. So I felt sorry for him the past couple of weeks. He's feeling better.
Yeah. That's good.
And you look
I
at the
imagine
guy,
that's
and he's
hard
like nodding, and looks at her and knows that he's got the better end of this deal.
Do you know if she came in with anyone or left with anyone, or if it was just her?
Oh, she came in alone, she left alone, but when she was in the ring, could have sworn there were 30 of her.
That was just magic. I need
You might say so. You might say so. But swear by all that's holy, there was more than one in the ring.
Interesting.
There's nothing about her that's holy.
No, that's for certain. But, you know, she bought him a drink and then left.
Is that the only fight that you saw? Did she do other fights?
Oh no, she only did the one. And she made sure that everyone knew that her name was Charity.
Interesting.
And she
sounds
even
like
said that if someone were to come by and ask, to tell them heartily about it.
I don't care.
She also said that she'll see you soon.
Fuck. Cool. Yeah, she will see us.
She had a nice
I will
figure,
look
but
at
I wouldn't do
Anita.
that. I'm sorry, no.
I will look at Anita, who is probably close by, and is like, "Excuse me, my sister, what?" And I'll be like, "Do you want to ask anything else?" But I'll fill you in the rest. And then I'll.
Oh, Anita definitely came over the minute she heard Charity's name and walked away from everybody else to like lean in. You could hear. The comment about not fucking her, Anita's just gonna say, "You're right. That's a good choice." Although,
Great choice.
wait until I see her. I'll fuck her. I'm not gonna enjoy it. And then say
She looks
to
at you
Catherine,
very curious.
Please, God, tell me that by way of explanation, Anita says, "No, don't worry, it's okay. I'm her sister."
The dwarf woman looks at you. You know, I'm not one to judge. There's many cultures that come through here.
We're a close fan.
Apparently very close. But
Guys, she is.
nice to meet you. What was your name?
I'm Anita.
Anita. Oh, okay. If she comes by, I'll let her know that you were asking for her.
Oh, you definitely tell her that. Yes, tell her that it's her sister misses her dearly.
Can
Should
I
I
do
tell
an
her
inside
about
check?
your desire for relations?
Yes,
I love that.
definitely tell her that Anita said that when she sees her, she will fuck her. And
Good grief.
I have a
That'll
quick
be-
question,
Yes.
and I'm gonna bend luck on them too, because I kind of want to know the answer.
Shit.
Okay.
When the woman asked Anita her name, did it seem like she was expecting the answer to be anything in particular, or that she had in mind that she had that it was more than just tell me your name so that if I happen to see her again, or was it like tell me your name because I will then go tell it to her? Like, did it seem like she had an actionable move depending on did it seem like she was expecting to be?
If she were to be approached, she would easily give up Anita's name now. She's not going somewhere to tell someone. Like, she's not going to go check in, but
and it didn't
she
seem
will
like she
readily hand it out.
Okay, and it didn't seem like she knew more than she let on going into that question, right?
Into who Anita was? No,
Yeah.
she does not know Anita's name, no. Except for the introduction down in the pit, but she wouldn't have really paid attention to that because she thought she was going to kick her ass.
Yeah. Cool. That's all. That's what
So
I'm.
Anita will follow up and ask if Charity mentioned where she was headed.
She did not. Once she leaves the Iron Boot, we don't ask most questions. Most of us have private lives.
It sounds like she was being pretty loud about what she was doing here, so I just thought maybe she might have.
So she is a really long way from home. I mean, the only reason she could be out here is because
she knows we're headed this way.
Right, because of us.
And wanted to drop in, or unless there are plenty of allies for her to gather. We're probably. This is a big city with a lot of stuff going. She could have legitimately.
Yeah. We were just at the church. So,
remember, the Iron Boot franchises don't necessarily stay in one place.
So is there only one? Is there only one? I didn't realize that. I mean, is there only one Iron Boot, or is it a franchise?
Well, there's
franchises.
There's a difference. But you can get into one and leave through the same one. Just other people can enter from a different one and end up in the same one.
Perhaps
Really?
From the upper floors, you can go. So from the upper floors here, you can move around from franchise to.
I don't know
So
about
is there
that.
an
I've never
Iron-
been on the upper floors. I just know that I've seen people from Waterdeep in here.
And then who seem to leave and expect to be leaving right back into Waterdeep, even though you're going to be leaving the area. Okay. Interesting.
So, I mean, how does that work? I mean, if we just want to be in Waterdeep, do we just walk out into Waterdeep?
Oh no, you
Tonight?
leave through where you came. I don't know how it works. You'd have to ask him, and she, eyebrows upstairs.
He's probably got a gnome on duty.
Yeah.
At which
Yeah,
point,
must be gnome.
2 guy gnomes walk by in tuxedos, and they're just taking notes of who's in the entire Iron Boot. Just taking notes.
That's hilarious.
They're not anything special. They're just dressed in tuxes and taking notes.
Where y'all from?
They look at you, and you see them writing your name down. And
Which name?
they write something down. Do you want to go look at the clipboard?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check as they're walking away.
Get back here, damn it.
Okay. As you look over the clipboard, you see it says Knick-Knack Chichelli Gnome.
Huh. Okay, got it.
It
They got my
also
good name.
says Clunky Stormhammer Gnome.
Son of a bitch. Alright. Well, as long as it doesn't get out of here, I'm alright. Got a reputation to uphold as kind of a bit of a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves Conking Stormhammer.
And the dwarf woman that you guys have been talking to is like, it's quite a name. Interesting.
Yeah.
Question: is it a name you've heard before? Is that a big family in
No.
Dwarven culture? The Stormhammer family. Have you heard it before?
Not heard of the Stormhammers. I've heard of like the Stormfists and Stormfoots and a variety of others, but Stormhammer, as strange as that name would be, as dwarven as it might be, never heard of that one.
Well, that's so interesting because you talk about your family history all the time, Mr. Stormhammer. Why don't you talk about that for a bit?
Well, you're related to the Stormhammers.
Oh, he's a friend of mine. Yeah, he travels with us on occasion. I'm just giving a death glare.
I'm sorry to... I need a point of clarification about your culture. First, you said relations tend to relate together, and now you say that someone related to you is simply a friend of yours. Now, do friends
He said
relate
related.
together?
Those were his words. His words.
Okay.
They were. It's like a merged family situation.
Okay, so
It's like a merged family.
just so
situation.
I understand, do you and your friend have relations?
Yeah, Nick, is that why you talk about the Stormhammers all the time?
Oh, you son of a bitch. No,
Is that why Stormhammer is a nickname?
no. Oh, god damn it. No, we're just friends.
For the first time
Guys, I'm
in
not,
a
I'm not
year,
too familiar
Nick
with
Nack
gnomes
is
blushing.
without words.
Without words.
We're just friends.
I've never seen a gnome blush. Is that what a gnome blushing looks like?
Oh. Hold on, do I still have the spell? Do I still have that spell? Do I have message? I have message in the Kuzilla check, don't I?
I think so.
You have a message.
I don't think I have the message.
Well, but we have the sending stones. You don't need it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have
Well,
message
yeah,
in the
so
Priscilla check,
telepathically,
yes.
I'm just going to whisper, oh, you are so fucked, Liam.
What
Yeah,
did I do? I just said that you were blushing. What is that? Is that an issue? I don't understand.
I'm not blushing. I am frustrated, and that's what this is, okay?
Oh, I see.
you're
You're
so
flustered.
cute.
You're flustered. I see. I don't.
I like it. I like Flustered Nick, whatever your name is.
We are friends. He does some work for me, mercenary work, like somebody I hire to do stuff. And he's under my employ, but he's
Under your
also
employ.
very strong and capable in his own right, see? Yeah.
Wait, so you pay him for the relations?
Like a mercenary, yes.
Ah, I'm very confused.
There's
Yeah, use
nothing
the spear.
intimate about this.
I'm not one to pry. I'm just curious.
So is Nick.
So,
Silas's heading, by the way, is not even enjoying, like, the fruits of this conversation are that it happened. So he's already, like, almost to the door.
Yeah.
He's set down his...
so
By the way, who did you guys fight? I didn't see it, unfortunately.
well, they fought
Oh,
me.
this young woman?
And you look, and it's a dwarf that looks like she's straight out of a Viking novel.
With the long braids.
Long braids, you know, scar across her left eye, just straight out of the thing.
I bet you could wipe the floor with me.
She looks at you? Perhaps. But we both have fun.
That is true.
So, thanks for the drink. Have a wonderful evening. Next
Yeah, if you
time,
ever wanna
it'll be
meet
my turn to buy
Conking
you a
Star-
drink.
If you ever want to meet Conking Stormhammer, I can introduce you. I'm sure he'll be very interested.
Yeah, he comes whenever Nick Nack calls, and I just run out the door. Just run.
In more ways than one, and then he will leave.
Oh, no. Okay, yep. Got it. Got it.
You know what? If Jason said it, you'd give him inspiration.
Yes, and I need to give you inspiration.
Alright, I'm going, Nick, I'm just going to be
Congratulations,
very dejected.
Silas has inspiration.
Walk slowly out. And in the sending stone
The
to
thing is,
everybody.
for the record, I had my head in my hands before you got there because I knew it was getting there.
Yeah.
Stood a concrete stormhammer.
Go ahead, Nick.
So in the sending stone, I just want all of you to know, I'm gonna get you back for this.
I mean,
You won't know where, you won't know when, but you will regret this.
Isn't this payback for all the times that you've talked shit to me? I mean, to be fair, I think we're even.
Oh,
And
Liam.
also, you almost killed me today, so I mean, I just, you know.
Oh, Liam. You have no idea what you have unleashed.
Actually, I do. I fought it like 4 hours ago. It was actually quite different.
Alright, so as you guys leave Iron Boot, it's about 8 o'clock at night. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go? As you are currently on the low road in Iriabor.
We need to go to the Flaming Snail to talk to Everest, right? That's tonight?
Shit, refresh my memory.
It's
Yeah.
the blacksmith woman that
Oh,
was
yes,
like,
yes.
us about the
Yeah.
lycanthropes and undead.
Absolutely, yeah. We said we were going to meet her for a drink right
Yeah,
now.
she knows a lot, and so we were gonna go meet her for a drink.
And
Okay.
food. We did promise food.
And food. Indeed.
So you guys head down the street to the Flaming Snail. The Flaming Snail is a dive bar. And by dive, we're talking like the Marinara Trench. It is not much more than 4 walls with a roof on it. The floor is straight dirt. They didn't even bother putting a floor down. It's not dirt on top of a floor. It is the ground. The bottom of the walls, you can actually see out into the street underneath them, as rodents will go in and out freely. There's a raccoon that has scurried past. As you guys walk in, she's seated at a table, and there are enough chairs for all of you to sit around, but it's going to be cramped around this table, and there's only 3 other tables in the bar. The bar itself has room for 5 people at it, and at the bar there is a grotesquely fat man who looks like he might be the source of the stench of the low road.
Interesting.
He is balding. He has several warts on his face. His nose hairs come easily 3/4 of an inch out of his nose, as do his ear hairs. The guy has no facial hair whatsoever, so it gives him this look of a mole.
Seeing just really quickly that the table would be pretty crowded and just trusting the others in this conversation to get the information that we need, I'm not going to necessarily leave if there's nothing to distract myself with, but I will glance around, and if there's anybody attractive in the bar, Silas will probably just go settle over and like try and just kill time with them and chat while leaving the rest of the group to be a little less crowded at the table and have the conversation. Just be like, yeah, they can do that.
To be clear, I need to go on a scale of barkeep to Anita. On a scale of 1 to
Yeah.
10, what are we calling attractive?
Yeah. This conversation would be interesting, so I'd say anything at like 6 or higher.
Not a chance in this place. Okay.
But saying,
Alright,
Aaron,
and I'm
is like with my passive perception, can I see Silas like looking around as if he's scanning the room for people?
Oh yeah, easily.
You
That's
can always. So
yeah.
that's
That's
what I'm doing.
this is normal behavior for Silas.
I'm just gonna lean over and go, we should probably wait until we get to, somewhere a bit better.
I mean, wait, sorry, you cut out for just a second. Let me make sure I heard you right. He said we should probably what?
You should probably wait until we get to a place a bit higher quality.
Yes, I'm seeing that. As he's like glancing around from side to side, he's like, yeah, I'm sensing that vibe.
Yeah, but we can also get drunk here very cheap, right?
Presumably.
I mean,
Yeah.
Probably. Chances are the only reason she's here is because she has nowhere else she can go. I mean, she
Yeah,
probably
take
doesn't,
her.
Not a lot of
she doesn't
things
have the. Yeah, there's not a lot
Yeah.
of places she can go, and
Why don't
Rilo's
we take her
not really-
a bit up the road? Somewhere a bit more.
This is, I mean, she asked to be here. She asked to meet
Yeah.
us here. We're not going to show up and be like, this place isn't good enough for us. Let's take you somewhere better. Let's just sit down.
I mean, we don't phrase it like that. Maybe not for you. And you take her
I hear
somewhere.
you, but
You know.
You know,
Let's do our
I can
first
hear
drink
you
and maybe
too.
kneel here,
Take a seat.
and then we can.
Anita's gonna sit down while all of the chitter chatter is going on.
So you guys sit down at the table with the drow blacksmith, and she looks around at Anita and her slaves, and nods. You had questions.
I did, but shall we have a round of drinks? And Anita will look at Silas and point to the bar.
Oh, such a it's so funny because there's like he's long since kept it internal. There's no trace of it on his face. He absolutely just hops up and gets to the bar.
Okay.
You could probably feel the temperature in the sending stone rise a couple of degrees. Everybody, but he absolutely plays the part. Reflexively played that part in force. Totally.
Okay. As you go to the bar, the man behind it, who is sitting on a stool because he's very large and doesn't want to hold his weight up on his knees, looks up at you.
Couple of drinks for the ladies, and then a round of less fine drinks for those of us who barely deserve to drink.
And he reaches down and he pulls up a dusty green bottle, and with his thumb breaks the wax cork off the top of it and pours it into 2 dirty glasses. It's purple, and he crams the piece of cork back into the top of it, and then he grabs what looks like one of those old thumper jugs. You know, it's got the white on the outside for insulation, but it's smeared with something, and it smells like a cross between mushrooms and potatoes, and he pours it clear directly into the glasses for all the other people at the table. Stops it up with a thump and slides it to you. 2 silver.
Okay. I hand him the 2 silver, and I first carry the 2 glasses, one in each hand, so as not filled, and set them at the table in front of the 2 young women, and then I go back and grab the dirt water for the plebeians, and I let it slush as I set them down. You know, hand a drink to the rest. Is Cass, by the way,
drinking phase and like throw them over our shoulders.
And we would have discussed this for that because we would have in character the day. Has Cass, for the sake of this interaction, switched to looking like a dude rather than the elf woman for the sake of like?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, there's still the like T-Rex bloodstain. But yes, definitely is like the urgent boy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll hand.
Okay, you guys are getting really quiet over there. I don't know if you're backing away from the mic or something.
Oh.
That's the 2 of us.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. There you're back.
So,
Okay.
the liquor that is placed before Anita and Everest is essentially fermented grape juice. It's not exactly wine. It's just barely undergone the process at all. So it's still got a little bit of that vinegar end to it. It's not great.
Yeah.
What you guys have in your little tumblers, it's more like a mushroom vodka.
Liam is gonna smell it and kind of like recoil a little bit just from the potency, and then just look over to Silas and just shake his head and hand it over back to him.
This is an alcohol that they have fermented directly from unwashed potatoes that were grown in manure.
Silas, having drank worse, starts double fisting with Liam's drink in one hand and his own in the other.
Please roll a Constitution saving throw.
That checks out.
You should be a 14.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you're good. You've drank much worse. It is not smooth by any stretch of the imagination. This thing makes your eyes water the moment it hits the back of your throat. It makes you wish you were not alive at the moment. It is not pleasant in any way, shape, or form. You will be burping the flavor of dirt for about the next hour.
Disgusting.
It's gross. But it is alcohol, and it will give you a buzz.
Perfect.
Sometimes it's just about the ends and not the means.
Indeed, that's why this place exists.
Yeah, exactly. And Anita will just sit and smile at Everest and then ask, actually, we did have some questions for you. I do want to get to those. I did have one other question that we sort of stumbled upon some information earlier today. It turns out my sister may have been in town or might still be in town. Do you or have you heard of anyone by the name of Charity?
No.
She's very beautiful. Was probably traveling with slaves as well. Nothing. She may have used a different name. Nothing like that rings any bells.
No, I have many people who come to the slums, but not many pretties and not many with slaves. Most that come down here are doing so to forget or lose something. Only once in a while does someone come searching for something, and it is very often that they find something they do not search for.
What? That's interesting. What things do they come down here searching?
And she looks disgusted. Company of the exotic.
Gotcha.
And instead, they find the point of a sword.
Yes, that's actually less interesting.
Big fan. Yeah, good for you.
Yes, that's so. Yes, I understand that often will be attracted in this area. But let me get to the point. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm sure you have things that you must do with your evening. I can certainly also order some food if you would like. As she looks over at Silas once again, and while he's taking care of that, I was wondering if you could tell me more about the lycanthropes that you had mentioned earlier. You said that you knew quite a bit. We'd
do.
like to know some.
Have your boy order 2 specials.
All right. I think you heard, didn't you, boy?
I think we've got a silent treatment from Silas.
Apparently.
That
I'm
was
sorry. We were theorizing about Charity. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm sorry. We got something that she had said had like sidetracked us. So it was game related, but we were theorizing about Charity. So sorry.
all good. So you've been asked to go and get 2 specials from the man.
Oh, to get 2 specials?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, he hops. Yeah,
You were
hops
called a
up.
boy as well twice.
Not
Once by
for the
Anita.
first and the last time. He hops right up.
Okay.
And goes to the bartender and says 2 specials for those of us who are worthy of food.
He looks over at the 2 women. And
I know, barely, right? But here we are.
he bangs on the wall behind him twice.
That's a very efficient ordering system, I must say.
And Everest nods at you. It's better than it sounds.
Well, it would have to
Lycanthropes, what would you like to know?
Sorry, out of character for a second. I'm having a little trouble because my notes were not good from last week.
Mm-hmm.
Where how we got led into this discussion. So she
Largely, yeah, we just need to know, like, because we're about to be in an area full of lycanthropes and undead, so we just need to know, like, how do you protect yourself?
Yes. So
Yeah.
how do we,
Because Cass brought this up.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to
As well as,
share more information more willingly, more quickly.
That's what we call
Yeah.
growth, Ben. That's what we call growth.
It is growth in our friendship, in our as we move forward as a group, which is beautiful. At least we
Without
won't find
copy pasting. Got it.
Yeah. We won't find it all on a notepad later, next to a note saying that Anita is pitchy.
Oh man, that was so much fun to write.
So, Everest. It looks like we may soon be in an area with lots of undead and lycanthropes, and we need to know more about how to kill them. What should we be gathering here while we're in town to give us an edge as we go into the fight?
Edges are good, especially silvered ones. Those are good. Magical ones, also good. Silver better than magic. Look for what
Silver.
you can.
Okay.
Magic ones tend to do well in most cases, especially against the ethereal ones. Be careful.
How do you
with
know
those.
these?
How do you know the ethereal ones? You can see through them. Don't try using anything mundane on the ethereal ones. They won't work.
So you think maybe our and I look to Rilo and I say maybe our fighter here should have his weapons should be covered in silver? Would that?
Unless they're magical in nature, and she looks at him knowing that his weapons are magical in nature, because she can see them. Even if they're in your belt, you don't have axe sheaths, do you?
No.
Okay.
No.
So the blades are all exposed so that people can see them, right?
Yeah.
Yep. She knows they're magical right off. Because they've got runes all up and down them. Yeah.
That's true, too.
So, she looks... He should be okay. It's the possession you need to watch out for in his case.
Liam is going to ask through the sending stone, ask about if I can punch them. Because my punches count as magical, but I don't know if that is the same thing as a magic item. They would.
So I will, I'll work that into the conversation. I'll be like, okay, so that's interesting. So we want to do mundane items for weapons. Now, my bodyguard here behind me does not need weapons. He uses his hands. Do you think that will be effective?
She looks up at Liam. Uses your hands.
He does have his porcelain mask on, by the way.
Yep. May I see his hands? And she holds out one of her long, delicate fingers. Like, she's a blacksmith, and you would expect her to have, like, really stout, beefy hands. But as a dark elf, her fingers are long and lithe like that of a piano player. May I see his hands?
Anita will gesture for Liam to show his hands.
Yeah, he'll just show them.
She holds out
Fingers
her hand
spread.
to hold yours for a moment. Will you let her touch you?
Yeah, almost robotically,
Okay.
without thought.
Her hands are ice cold. As she touches the back of yours, you can feel a chill go up your arm. She's judging you. She's measuring your capability. She's almost testing your ki, but not quite to the insightful soul nature that you're used to. It's more of a direct read on your capabilities. And she is more of that type. She's more of ascertaining how good of a slave you are or could be.
Mm-hmm.
And she withdraws her hand, and your hand instantly becomes warmer once it's in the night air. She looks back at Anita. He'll do. Shouldn't have too many problems.
Thanks.
Very quickly, super quick. Is the food ready? Can I bring the food?
The little door in the back of the bar behind the guy opens, and it looks like a plank for walking. The plank from a pirate ship extends out from the kitchen, and 2 dishes are slid across the plank onto the bar, and then the plank is withdrawn back into the kitchen, and the door closes. And sitting there are 2 plates. Not really plates, but more of like shallow bowls. And inside is escargot. It's all on fire, flambe,
Wow.
and is
I
currently
will-
burning.
I think it's supposed to be served while it's burning, so I will take the plates, if I may, so that I can serve them. And as she is inspecting whether or not Liam is a good slave, Silas is setting the plates down. And thank you so much for this opportunity to bring you your food, Lady Soul. I especially value the view of your food from my seat, where I might contemplate the privilege of eating, as I myself sit hungry. And I sit down and bow deeply and give them both their plates.
She leans forward. He's a mouthy one, even if he is cute.
He is that, absolutely. But, he has his uses.
Have you thought of selling him?
Many times. Many times.
She looks at you coldly, almost trying to figure out how much
bow.
you'd be worth.
Deep bow. The perfect, here's the thing. The tone is also 95% sincere. The 5% is there intentionally so that you can sense it. But the body language, the bow, the formality, the technique, it's all perfect.
Okay.
The smile.
So Everest.
Silas is such an asshole.
So Everest, what would be if you were heading into battle and you knew that there was going to be lycanthrope and undead? What would be the one item that you would absolutely want to have with you?
And she looks around the table. More slaves to feed them so I could get away.
I mean, also good. Unfortunately, that's expensive.
Indeed.
How about a way to defend against them? Would you? Is there a good way to keep them away?
Moonlight. If you can travel by a full moon, do so. That will let you see them instead of preventing them from attacking you. It does not... misconception is that lycanthropes require the full moon to change forms. It's not true. It is simply that is when they are able to be seen easier by their prey, and the prey is more likely to get away to tell the stories of the lycanthropes. Lycanthropes can manifest at any time, day or night. If you are in the wild and you come across a pleasant individual, they are likely to be a lycanthrope. Anywhere from here to Fort Morning Lord, it is unlikely you will run into anyone that you can trust. In fact, as you travel, be sure to keep an eye on each other closely. Check for each other for wounds. Make sure that no one is left alone for any period of time. For all it takes is a single bite. And
Not a scratch, right?
Oh, a scratch could do it too. It's a terrible disease. And the worst part is, that if not caught immediately, the wound will heal and not be detectable.
Is it like a
We
poison?
might need to purchase some scrolls, maybe, that Anita can use.
Scrolls are handy. Being able to cure
remove her
disease at
suture.
will would be also nice.
Is it like a poison, or is it specifically disease?
Lycanthropy is both a disease and a curse. It can sometimes be cured by one or the other, but if you can cure both in one shot, it usually takes care of it.
Do we need
It heals.
a lesser or a greater restoration?
Usually a greater restoration would be needed, including the components thereof.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to buy some diamonds while we're
Yeah.
buy diamond dots. I do think that if we can afford it, though, we should look at picking up a couple of heal spells or maybe remove curse for Anita to use at her discretion.
I can take a couple of them too. I can cast that. I just need some diamond dust.
You can't cast heal. Well, you can cast heal if you get it through the Quizilla check. Yes.
No, I have greater restoration. Currently.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You have lesser and greater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y'all know how badass Knick Knack's going to be if he ever gets rid of Paddywhack.
So the question
He can-
becomes,
Caveat.
why are you going into the wildlands?
That is a good question.
We've been very bad.
What's that?
I was just fucking around. We've been very bad slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Remember
bad
the
slaves
question-
indeed. Would you prefer that we kill her and you serve me? And she
Sorry,
might
did this
be
woman just
100%
ask
earnest.
Cass?
Yeah,
Did this woman just ask Cass if she would prefer that if Cass would prefer that they kill Anita?
yeah,
Can I do an? I'm sorry, I'm doing an insight check on that.
uh-huh.
Damn it! It was almost a 20, and then it went to a 2.
Oh yeah. She could be absolutely sincere. It is exceedingly hard to tell.
I am also. Anita's also going to do an insight check, having heard what she just said and turning back around, trying to figure out if she's about to attack her or not.
Okay. Cass, are you about to attack Anita?
No, I'm whether or not Anita is going to attack Everest.
Oh, okay.
She's a little. She was not happy with that question.
Okay.
I just sit there and look dumb.
Okay. Everest has made no aggressive move whatsoever. Simply asked a question that could be considered insightful. Or inciting, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's, yeah.
Inciting. As she takes a snail and tosses the flaming snail into her mouth.
And what does she look like again?
She's drow. She's
Gotcha.
a dark elf, white hair.
Yep.
Comes up to her waist. Wears
Yep.
a brown vest, brown pants, long black arms and legs.
Gotcha.
You know, she's slender, muscular, wiry. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I was just curious because I have an NPC that I pulled from a different module named Avarice, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
similar character in terms of attitude.
Yeah.
Brent is triggered. Or he was triggered, but I mean, rest in peace.
That is dead. So, Silas's hands are now glowing bluish white, and she looks over at you. Really? Your boy has some talent.
Oh, they all have some talent. And I think you will find that we're a pretty close-knit group. So, thank you for your information. It was much appreciated. And let's hope that we do not run into each other again. And Anita will stay.
She sits there coolly as you stand up to leave and looks over at Silas. Do you visit the Iron Boot?
We just came from there. If Anita stood, Silas stood. And if Anita started heading out, I started heading out. If she asked that, I would say that we just came from there, and would probably continue following.
She nods, and she's going to gesture to Anita to come down to listen to a whisper.
Could I, being her, like, playing as the bodyguard, as I'm sitting behind her, could I attempt to hear what is being whispered?
You can certainly attempt.
Anita will lean in.
Alright, so I need a perception check from Liam. And I need you to beat a... Damn. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys to a different channel real quick. She will say to Anita, your young man is attempting to impersonate the Blue Blazer.
I don't know. For some reason, I can't hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Your young man is attempting to impersonate the Blue Blazer. Be careful.
Oh. Interesting.
And
all
she
right.
will sit back and take another bite of snails.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you for the information. And I think that's I obviously don't want to lean over for too long because it's going to look a little weird. So, but I am going to say, why do you say that?
Because the Blue Blazer does tricks like that, and she gestures to Silas's blue hands.
Real quick, Eric, everything makes sense now.
Does it?
I think so.
And we go back to the other channel.
All right.
So
All right.
we don't need to escalate it. We're on our way out. She's just sitting there and we're, telling other people.
Yeah. Anita is just going to stand up and look a little confused and then she's going to indicate that we should all go and that we should leave the bar. So we go out.
Okay.
Let's do it.
As we're leaving, Knick-Knack is going to pull a item out of his pocket and say the command word for Drift Globe Emilio.
Oh, dude, seriously?
So rude. That's so rude. Like,
Daylight.
It's a drow.
Okay, the moment you do that, you hear a curse word in Undercommon come from the table. And darkness will fall outside of the span of the drift globe. And you are caught between light and dark. Shadows start across the ground. Everything is outlined, etched in light and shadow. What would you like to do? You look over and you don't see her.
Let's go. Time to go. I believe this is a good time to leave. I think I fucked up. I think
I was already out the door. I'm definitely already gone.
Oh, yeah.
Liam's already gone.
Yeah.
Guys!
So,
Wait.
Knick-Knack,
Yep.
are you leaving with Emilio left behind at the Flaming Snail?
I'm holding on. I have Emilio in my hand, right?
Right?
I'm going to hold on to Emilio
You're going to hold on to Emilio?
and try to run out the door.
Okay. You will run out the door into the street on the low road of Iriabor. You shine like a beacon, visible from the high road down at the bottom of the city.
Do you want to turn that off, or does it come with a siren you were hoping to also engage?
Also turn on.
I forgot how to. Boop.
It's the same command word you used to turn it on.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Emilio.
As the drift globe turns off, you will hear and you will feel a coldness slide up from the back of your neck to just beneath your right jaw. As a dagger has been drawn and placed there, and you will hear the cold voice of Everest, "Never do that again." And she will disappear into the darkness.
I got a few more of those.
Hi, Everest. Cheerily into the night,
Yeah.
waving.
That was a terrifying. That was. Whew,
That probably wasn't
guys,
your
can we go?
brightest moment.
Emilio is missing.
Son of a. Do I still have Esteban? Please tell me I still have Esteban.
You still have Esteban.
That wasn't your brightest moment, Nick.
But
I can't believe she stole Emilio. I liked Emilio.
Can't believe is that the only thing you're surprised by?
6
'Cause I'm
seconds
surprised she
later,
just stopped
you
at that.
hear a shatter of glass and crystal about 30 feet behind you up the street. If you turn and look, you will see the fading light of 30 shards of Emilio all across the street.
No! If we ever see her again, we need to avenge Emilio.
If you had done that, if I were in her position, I would have done a lot worse.
That being said, I do have to make a comment. I might need to go back to the boat. I need to change my pants.
I think, I think vengeance for Emilio would be taking you out as you put him in danger.
Not to make light of the situation, but you guys got out of that pretty easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's head to the Moon Temple from here. I would love to hit that next. If that
To the what?
you guys to the Moon Temple,
Oh, yeah.
the goddess of the moon.
Saloon?
And actually, I'll be paying attention to the question that I asked Cass that Cass didn't know the answer to on the boat, which is which moon goddess. I'll be trying to pay attention to that on our way in.
I think I did down.
Okay, no problem.
I think it's what is it? Saloon.
Saloon,
Celine. Saloon.
Celine Dion.
All right.
Serenity. Princess Serenity of the Moon Kingdom.
Yeah.
Somewhere, a tiefling barbarian in the north just goes, oh.
So,
Someone's talking about me.
as you guys approach the Temple of the Moon, it is a very tall structure made out of black and white marble. Outside, there are 4 women guards, dressed very elaborately, in silver armor, and on their hips, they each have a distinct sword that is unique to them. They're all elves, and they're very tall, regal, but their faces are kind, and as you approach, they will nod as you go into the Temple of the Moon.
Now, question,
I have a
what
quick
kind
question.
of elf? Liam being a wood elf, could he tell what kind of elf they are?
These are high elves.
Yeah.
Noble-born, the swords are heirlooms. Let's roll a history check, Liam. And anyone else you would like to can also roll a history check on the swords.
I'm actually trying to.
Fuck me.
If,
That was almost a
if
15.
I can take this opportunity, I have a history check I'd like to roll, but for something slightly
Sure.
different. So, I'm trying to not impose too much religious knowledge on Silas that I have as
Yeah.
a player. However, Anita has talked about this. So, can I do a history check to recall the conversation Anita had with us, where she described the relationship between Saloon and Shar?
Okay.
Is that possible? Like, is
Sure.
that a thing? Can I do
Yeah.
a check to recall it?
Why not?
Actually, is Saloon specific
it
to
was still
high
something
elves, or
whispered
is it
to
to
me.
all elves?
But that was a 15.
It's specific to high elves. 15 history. What exactly did you want to know, other than the fact that they are mortal enemies or immortal enemies, I should say?
Yeah, immortal.
I mean, kind of that.
absolutely
Just the fact
hate
that they're
you.
sisters and that they, like, I know, as a player, I know that they're sisters and used to be a pretty dual, like, much more powerful than they are, both of them, and stuff like that. And that, they don't like.
They don't like each other at all. They are polar opposites. They are oil and water. They are black and white. They are good and evil. They are life and destruction. They are exact opposites of the same coin.
They are Anita and Charity.
Yeah.
So as we were heading up, I mean, I would mention, like, and as we see it, I would be like, oh, so this is a little bit better than let's hope the moon goddess, whoever it is, doesn't like the undead. This is the Lich is allied with Shar, your mortal enemy. You might want.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, religious my friends are, so this may be a two-part situation. Not work here, but they're not.
Okay.
Okay, Cass broke up for a lot of the people over on this end. Can I get you to repeat that, Cass?
Yeah, I was just saying that my friends are not particularly religious, so this may be like a two-part stop, unless there is more of an overlap than I realize.
You are 100% correct on what you're saying.
Okay. Great.
I actually do have a question about religious individuals.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a dumb question, but Liam's parents, did they worship any other god besides Shar?
No.
Or
no.
Even before Liam was born, they never discussed anything about that.
How would Liam know that?
Well, like, had they ever discussed with Liam about that?
Nothing.
Like what they did previous?
Nope, never would have.
Okay.
Nope, sorry.
All good.
Good devout Sharans, man.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright, so as you guys walk in, it is dark, except for where the moonlight shines down through the skylight, illuminating your path. What would you like to do? As you see up ahead, several prayer boxes, a couple pews, and at the very front, a dais where there's a priest or two just kind of sitting there answering questions.
I go up to the 13th prayer box.
You go to the 13th prayer box. It's very specific.
I just pulled that number out of my ass. I don't know why you think that would indicate anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, uh-huh. So it's the same person who's like, oh, I have no idea what's on the fourth floor. Goes to the fourth floor.
So Cass heads off to the right-hand side of the temple, almost like Cass knows exactly where they're going. And just to be clear, you're still in your urchin boy disguise right now?
Oh, I should change back into my, like, default Karen elf lady disguise.
Karen elf lady.
Yeah.
I never heard it called Karen before.
I kind of love it because imagine elves like so inherently like graceful. So I like the image of this is what an elf would look like if you just looked at her and were like, oh, you're gonna ask me to talk to my if I can.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have someone who's higher authority that I can speak to?
Yes, exactly. So, are you guys following Cass, or are you going to let Cass go do Cass things?
I mean, following the body language, Cass, would it look like as we walk in together, and then as you head to the 13th pew or 13th thing, do you give us a hand gesture of like, wait here, or is it more like you're expecting us to follow? Like,
hilariously, I don't know that I give much thought to it. I think I just kind of going on my way, and then I see
Liam
that
will
you guys
follow.
are
He's curious.
then I would have followed.
Kind of.
If Silas doesn't get at all, he probably would have. But not me.
It's very much like Cass has gone on autopilot, almost like she's going to work.
Yep. Yeah. So I would just stand a respectful 6 feet behind or something, as though I were like an employee, like an assistant, like just watching her.
Okay.
Like there's COVID happening. Stay 6 feet apart, everybody.
Yeah, there you go. We all put on face masks. The whole thing.
Yeah. The only one who's wearing a mask right now, the only one being responsible is Liam. Everyone pick your shit up. Put a mask on.
Oh, man. Alright, so, Ryler, are you going with?
Yeah, he's going.
Going with? Nick, you going with him too? Chase. Are you going with them to the 13th prayer box?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Cass, so you approach the 13th prayer box with your retinue in tow. What would you like to do?
Is it like the door or like there's a door leading
Yep.
into the box?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I knock on the door 3 times.
Okay.
I pause, and then I knock 2 more times.
Okay.
I elbow Knick-Knack, and I'm like, how funny would it be if we right now to like just start it? Like when people are counting to themselves and they're like 1, 2, 3, and you're not happening like 17, 21, 30.
We're not doing that?
No. This seems.
Okay.
Cass, from inside, you hear a door slide open on the inside of the prayer box.
Delightful. I open the outer door, and then I look behind me, and I'm like, oh, you guys are, oh, hi, yeah. And I nod into the box, which probably at first is like, why do they want us to all try to fit into this box? What do they think is going to happen?
But as you look into the box, there is a hallway at the back end of the box that leads to a left-hand turn about 10 feet in.
Great. I start heading down the hallway.
Everybody going with?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. After 2 more turns and the
Yeah,
door
that's true.
closing behind you with a very quiet click, Knick-Knack, I assume you would go in last because you want
Yes.
to see the mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
The mechanism behind you is an elaborate clockwork mechanism, and you will see at least 40, as in 40, different vials filled with different liquids, all attached to different wires on the back side of the door.
Huh.
This door
Alright.
is exceedingly trapped. You would be foolish to even attempt to disarm this.
What if I... So, in Knick-Knack's head, if he had Cass knock on the door, what would happen?
All the traps would
What's the level of explosion we're talking about here?
Not explosion, but caustic gases and effects.
Gotcha.
Poisons
Silent
and
killers.
diseases and things that would not have left any trace in the immediate area. Mercury
Noted.
vapors, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Radon sprays. Yeah. Nasty things.
Good time.
Yep. So, Cass, as you make your way forward, you will find yourself at a very ornate mahogany door that you find very familiar. It has a very well-known brass doorknob on it that you know you are free to turn. Would you like to go in, or what would you like to do?
I guess I just look at the people behind me first. I'm like, okay, so like, be cool. I just need everyone to like be cool. Are you all gonna be cool?
I mean, Anita's just gonna look at herself and be like, I think I'm always cool.
Right now, Cass, you are sounding like that person in those movies where it's like, okay guys, be cool, we all gotta be cool. Everyone else is just stone faced and you're freaking out.
Yeah, I think yes, correct.
Anita says that, and like strike a.
I can't hear Damon at all.
Oh my god! The speaker is the same spot it always is. I do not know what happens. But I think that as it is saying that, and Anita's like, we're always cool. Silas will link arms with Anita, and they'll like strike a pose, and Silas will be like, from funerals to orgies, baby, we are always cool.
Wow.
See, now what if you had missed that line because I was too far away from the speaker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
If I had missed it, Knick-Knack probably would have joined in on the pose, not knowing what was going on. That would have been awkward.
So, Cass.
I turn the knob. I open the door.
Okay, and you guys are let into a very ornate bedroom.
It looks like the ladder.
The
Like
ladder?
The former or the latter. He said from funerals to orgies.
Oh,
And,
yes.
it looks like it must have been
The
the latter.
latter, yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Lucas, there are easier ways to tell us, tell us these things.
All right. First of all, you flatter me. Second of all,
Thank you.
we're not known to do those things, but that's not what we're here for today.
Do I see insignia anywhere, like symbols or recognizable like logos or anything?
You look around, and even through all of the ornate designs all around the room, there are no logos, there are no maker's marks on anything. It is devoid of symbology or iconography.
Okay.
As in, it's been intentionally purged of anything that could identify anything in here.
Yeah, in a culture like this, that's its own statement.
And you hear a voice. Darling, is that you? Cass?
It's me.
Coming out from behind a screen comes a
Oh,
young woman. Darling, it's been so long.
Where do I
How
recognize
have
her?
you been? She approaches
That's
you
not-
and kisses you on the cheek.
Oh,
And then the
I
other cheek.
give her a kiss back. And I say, we have a lot to do. But anyway, these are all of my companions for the most recent leg of my journey. So, this is everybody. Everybody say hi.
Hi,
hi.
I'm Knick-Knack.
Of the Cicelli family, no doubt.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Interesting.
Cass has told us so much about you.
She looks at you and she tilts her head sideways. Really? What has she mentioned?
That you're awesome.
You're very kind. A horrible liar, but very kind.
Aw.
That's his whole thing.
Make yourself
To be alive.
comfortable. There are chairs and cushions. The bed, of course, is available. Cass, come sit here. And she gestures to the Chase Lounge, where she sits and pats the seat next to her. Tell me, how have you been?
And then I go and I sit next to her and I just kind of like look around and try to figure out the words. I think Cass largely, as we all know, doesn't talk a lot about feeling. But we'll probably do that thing of like, oh, well, I should just get to the point, and we'll sort of like lead with like, hey, so, I mean, I didn't intentionally get myself into this trouble, and I think you know that, but, for some reason, we've got this, like, super powerful ultra being that's coming into power that wants to, like, turn the whole world into a desert and kill everybody.
That seems
So
pleasant.
It's not great. I don't love it for a lot of reasons, chief of which is I guess mostly I'm just here because I want to make sure. Is there anything that you can do to help? Is there anyone that you put us in connection with? We're supposed to like do this big bad battle at some point with this guy, and so we're just trying to collect as many friends as we.
Cass, I am your friend. We've known each other longer than anyone else. I'll be there when you need me. Simply let me know when, and I'll be there.
Thank you.
I always have your back. So, do you trust these people, or should we have them killed? And you guys suddenly hear clicks all around the room, And you watch as the decorations around the room, the little spirals that go down to a little node, each of those flips open and a point of an arrow comes out of all of them. There's easily 50 to 60 of them around the room.
Is there a table?
Her life friend.
Yeah,
Every
there's a
time she
table.
sits down at a table.
You're sitting down at the table.
I'm diving under it.
You're diving under the table. And Silas is drinking a illusionary martini. Cass,
Is it 2 asterisks or 3 asterisks for that? For italics.
And while we're getting acquainted, I don't believe you mentioned your name.
I believe Cass told you all about me.
Yeah, knick-knack,
Yeah,
didn't
but
I?
I mean, we both know that was a lie.
It's refreshing to hear the truth out of a gnome. Tell me, what other truths do you know, gnome?
He doesn't even know.
I know that I am, and I'm like, all you're seeing is Knick-Knack like underneath the table, and he's like sticking a finger out. That I am a great wizard, minus a slight possession issue. And every time he like sticks his hand back under the table, then back out with a different set of fingers. Secondly, I am very good at making magical items. And 3, I'm pretty effing awesome.
Interesting. And you look at her and you realize she knows exactly the truth and the level of truth that you are letting on, and how much you personally actually believe that you are awesome. And there is that fragment of doubt that makes you wonder if that last statement was a lie or not, as she looks into your soul. So, Cass, should we have them shot?
By way of explaining, Cass will look around at each member of the party, and we'll start with Rilo, and we'll say, we got in a fight with this, like, blood witch bitch, and I went down in a fight, and Rilo saved my life. And then we'll, like, look next to Liam, and we'll say, most recently, I was in a fight where someone was going to kill me, was possibly hired to kill me. Liam jumped in, despite all sort of regulations to do so, to save my life. And then we'll look at Silas and says, same fight, slightly different, shot a lightning bolt at that same bitch who tried to kill me and crush my head and pop it open. And then we'll look at Anita and say, the only reason I got up from that fight, Anita healed me. And then we'll look at Knick-Knack and say, and Knick-Knack turned me into a fucking gorilla ape beast to try to beat that bitch up. So yeah, they're all cool.
She looks around at each of you in turn, stands up, and curtsies, the most graceful curtsy you've ever seen, and says, thank you. You are now my friend. Thank you for saving my daughter.
The fuck?
And
What?
curtsies deeply. And she looks like she's got to be early 20s, like 24, 25 years old. So it doesn't make a lot of sense as she says this to you.
Looking at her and having seen Cass shift forms, does she look like a changeling as well?
Roll an insight check.
I'm supposedly good at those. Oh, you fucker! That was a 14. Bullshit.
As you look at her, she's not a changeling. You see none of the potential signs of it. Changelings are very good at what they do. it would be hard to read one anyway, but she is not a changeling at all.
Yeah, this is the organizational type or sorority type mother-daughter situation.
That's a much better read.
Mm.
And then I'll tell everybody, this is Jewel. Jewel has also saved my life quite a bit.
Hey. Wonderful. Okay. Nice to meet you. Cheersing again.
Jewel
Next
to
time.
London. The pleasure's mine. And she cheers with a illusionary martini that's right there.
God, love it. Love
And
that style.
instead of sipping from it, she mimes she's sipping from it, and then she throws it down, and it never hits the floor.
You asked me to do that about 8 hours ago, and I would be right there with you.
So, you have my help when you need it. I trust that we can make an exchange. I have a favor to ask.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It requires your
this is bugging me.
skills, Cass. Yours specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still good with your alchemy?
I'm pretty good.
Are you?
I try to be. I haven't practiced it a lot recently. Suddenly it's like that weird, like, there's like a button that got switched and Cass is like, it's like word vomiting information that doesn't need to be word vomited.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. You're like, yeah, they're fine. I have this friend in English class. My grade's gonna go up. It's gonna be fine.
Uh-huh. There are some formulas that I require from an old contact of ours. Would you mind retrieving them?
Sure.
And once you've done so, I need them crafted. She has all the materials in her office, so you'll have to do it there, of course. Follow the instructions carefully. Be sure you decipher them closely. And do it in order, please.
Well, I am nothing if not conscientious about the order of operations for such things.
Be aware that doing it wrong will have detrimental effects.
Yeah.
Also, they may not want you to be there, Cass.
Oh, I sort of assumed that was going to be the case, but I appreciate you making it.
I would avoid the kitchen most of all. However you go about it, I leave to your discretion, and to the talents of you and whoever you trust to take with you on such an endeavor.
I mean, we all need money, so we can probably steal a bunch of things along the way.
Whatever you take from the facility is yours to keep. Don't let them know I sent you, please.
Definitely not. Absolutely.
Now, once you've retrieved the formulas and crafted the various concoctions, bring them back to me, and I'll provide you with some presents. After all, I know you like presents, Cass.
I do like presents. It's true.
Do
You
your
know me
friends
so
like
well.
presents?
I like
They
presents.
love presents. Yeah, as Nick Nack gets out from under the table.
Nick Nack's dusting
You just
himself
see
off.
like
He's like
Just
rubbing
like
the top of his head that he slammed into the top when he heard the mother comment.
You can tell from the slight glint in her eyes that she's smiling behind her mask. I'm so very glad they like presents. I love giving presents. I love redistributing presents.
Jewel, if it's if this is not too bold to ask, why have yourself set up in this temple, below this temple?
You may call me Mother to London.
Apologies. Mother to London.
Because, frankly, Liam, Morningstar, that there are trails throughout Iriabor, and this is simply where my bedroom's located. I enjoy the lights in the temple.
Well, Mother to London,
And
you
go and
seem...
roll an insight check on that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Did you say everyone?
Well, Mother to London, you seem to have
Damn it.
quite a bit of
That was a 20,
energy.
and then I rolled an 8. Fuck you, dice.
Yeah.
Ah.
Go ahead, Knick-Knack.
Mother to London, you seem to be very energetic.
Indeed. It's good blood. Good upbringing.
I hope somebody got that. That's all I wanted to say. No?
Mm-hmm.
I was fuming about it being a 20 and rolled to an 8. I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, the Mother Talandrin, aka Jules, I hope I hope that you are very energetic.
She nods and tells you it's good upbringing, good blood.
Cool. J-O-U. I kept thinking J-E-W, so I was not making the fucking... It was not a joke.
You know, I don't. Up to the top of my head.
Physics puns.
Physics.
Oh.
Jules are...
I was trying to. You never make physics puns. It's always movie puns. I was trying to go through every single movie that I knew and like, how is that? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
had to do it.
Cool. Well, is this location you seem to know where?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Is it in the city?
It's
Yeah,
near the canals.
whatever.
It's a 3-story
Yeah.
structure. The basement
We're bad
has
at 3-story
some...
structures. I understand.
I'm sorry?
We're bad at 3-story structures.
You're bad at... Cass,
We're bad at
what
research.
happened?
You
The
got
whole
thrown out of the
reason,
window.
the whole reason met, we tried to, it was a whole thing. We had to break into a third, it was a thing. We made poor choices. I
Was
made
that
poor
the Foxglove job?
That's correct, yes.
Oh, Cass, darling, I heard about that. It was horrible.
Yeah, we had great intention, and a great
Yeah,
plan. And then
We got the book.
botched all of it. We got the book.
We did get the book.
Did you manage to keep the book, though? I heard that they took it back to Susail.
Yeah, but then we stole it. Yeah, so we got paid.
All
to
that
steal
comes
it,
around-
and we stole it again afterwards. It's the perfect. It ended up being the perfect arrangement.
Yeah, we stole it so we could give it to somebody and then steal it again. The perfect crime.
Well, it literally is, Nick, because we got paid to steal it and not own it. And
Right.
also we still own it. So we got both benefit. We got the cake and are eating it too.
Damn right.
Fair, Silas, that was also 2 years ago? Wait. No, it was about a year ago.
So,
We were
We
stuck in
stole it
that
quite
room for a year.
recently.
That
What are
was
you talking?
weird.
We stole it back more recently.
No, I'm talking about when we stole it originally.
Oh yeah.
well, did you enjoy the maze?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
It was difficult to get through to put back on the pedestal.
Oh.
This is the one pulling the strings.
So, I hope this 3-story structure does not cause you as much effort. Just as a tip, avoid going through the 3rd-story window.
Great idea.
Noted. What else do I know? Like, do I know anything else about this this location? Like, who lives there? How many people are in it, etc.
You haven't asked a single thing yet, have you?
Okay, I didn't know. Well, I didn't know if I already had like backstory on this.
Oh,
or not.
no, not on this one.
Okay.
She
Okay,
has
great.
mentioned a mutual friend, which could be anybody.
Anybody? Sure.
Yes.
We should
Mutual
ask if
friend.
anyone's life is expendable.
Mutual friend in this organization means any mark, period.
Makes sense.
So what would you like to ask other than to avoid the kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, how many people are in the structure? What sorts of people are they? Liam asked a good question about like what level of force is allowed for this particular mission.
Cass, and it's this almost bitch please, you know. That's not a question. Everything goes with these people.
Got it. Great.
So you would know that on your own. But she will tell you they have a couple of very dangerous thieves, some grunts, of course. Nothing your friends couldn't handle, I'm certain. Do be cautious of the constructs. They can be most temperamental, and they cannot be reasoned with. Any mind-controlling or influential magics will not work upon the constructs in any way. So be aware of those. The blacksmith is very talented, but also dangerous. Avoid him if possible, if necessary. Negotiate, perhaps. There are those who dabble in the shadows. They can be dangerous. Other than that, you need to find Nozina Nareen and recover the formulas and the potions from her by crafting them within her office.
How many recipes / potions is it that we are creating and stealing formulas for?
Pull that up. You guys are going to be doing 4 of them, I believe. Let me make sure. Yes, 4. You can do up to 4. If you wish to do fewer, you can. But the more you bring back intact, the better. They will have differing difficulties. I encourage you to take notes carefully and think through things prior to doing them.
Okay.
Otherwise,
measure twice, cut once. Got it.
Yes. Measure twice, cut once, place once, boil once. The 3rd floor contains magicians and mages. There are powerful casters on the 3rd floor. You may find things of value up there. It's not necessary for you to enter the 3rd floor, though. Same with the basement. The basement has a variety of powerful stores and goods that you may be able to access if you so desire, but also is not necessary for the acquisition of the potions.
Interesting.
That I leave to you. If you wish to explore the structure, you may. Her office, however, is on the ground floor. She is a very well-trained alchemist, and she gets deadly serious right now with you, Cass. Nozina is deadly with her potions. She is deadly with her formulas. And she no doubt has someone whom she has experimented on within her office. Be aware and be prepared.
Great.
And again, avoid the kitchen.
There's a lot going on in this house.
You, Cass, darling, you know that I never send you anywhere without being prepared.
Sure, of course. Which, actually, on that note, and I look at Liam, and I say, didn't you have, like, a tattoo or something that you wanted to get done? Because something magic, tattoo gone, something?
I mean, having a statue again would not be a bad thing, but it's not necessary.
Well, we've got people here who can do that. If you, and then I also look at Silas because I don't know what your whole situation, magic thing is, but we've got people here. If you want to do.
I'm glad to know where I can get it done in the area board, but I think that's for maybe after we have done this job and gotten some money out of it.
I agree. Although I do appreciate the offer.
Yeah, because it's pretty expensive, right?
Tattoos
Yeah,
are not
usually.
cheap.
I mean, the permanent ones are pretty expensive. The ones that are basically spell scrolls are pretty affordable, but I just don't. I don't have any. Like, I could probably only afford like a first or second level one right now. But when I can afford a bigger one, I'm definitely happy to.
And they only mimic spells. They don't mimic potions or other effects, do they?
Right.
One, I have plans on crafting potions of speed. So I think I'll be all right on the tattoos for now.
Okay.
Cool.
But I appreciate the offer.
If you change your mind, I have people. So,
Do we? I know it's pretty late, so I don't know. Do we want to do anything else tonight? Do we want to? I presumably people can stay here in this room or in the area. I don't know. Case that's just my assumption.
Cass, you know that this room is yours if you so desire. And she gestures to the wide variety of places you can sleep. Which, anyone who's ever been in a hotel with one big bed knows that you can take the comforter and fold that double and sleep on the floor very comfortably.
Mhm.
The footrest at the base of the bed, also great place to sleep. There's chairs that you can push together. Everyone can have a nice place to sleep tonight in this room if you so desire.
Speaking of needing a little bit of money, I'm gonna hand Anita some what I've currently got on me, because we've done this before where it's easy to accidentally get robbed when you're out trying to rob someone. I'm gonna hand Anita my money. Go to a very classy part of Eriabor, dress up in my nicest clothes, which we've got plenty of.
Oh, so you're leaving?
Just for the night, yeah. For up until like 3 a.m. So I will probably
Okay.
return to this late at night to take a long rest with everybody else.
All right.
But first, I'm going to a very high class part of town, and we don't have to play this out. At least not right now if you don't want to. But I'm just letting you know where he's headed.
Sure.
Very high class part of town, to find either bluff his way into a party or dinner party or gathering or like a higher end pub.
Sure.
And find the richest looking person, go home with them, and then cast, once they've fallen asleep, cast sleep at the 3rd level to keep them asleep, and then take as much as I can and dip out.
Okay. So, you head up to the high part of town. And is anyone going with or participating in any way?
I'm assuming that he wants to go on his own, right? So
Silas did hand Anita the money. I mean, we've done this
Anita
before,
knows
so
the
if you want to,
drill.
if you're in the mood, but it's normally something that Silas does. Yeah, I mean, I handed Anita the money, or somebody the money to look after here.
It's the
and
man
planned on
slut
just heading
scam.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now he is not going to go because that's Silas's thing.
Okay. All right. So you will get up into town, and once there, you will find a party going on, and you will find the frat boys and start hanging out with them, and they will get very drunk, and they will be very amorous, and we know that Silas swings both ways, or all ways, and you will find your way into a very opulent bedroom in Eriabor. And as you are there, you will help assist individuals in finding rest, as we will fade to black for a good hour and come back to you picking up the pieces of the disasterized bedroom. Let's go ahead and get you to roll an investigation to see how much gold worth of stuff you're going to be able to take.
Since this is like right before I'm about to do a long rest anyways, and it's not a spell, I'm going to use Chaos Education.
Okay.
Oh, tens.
Ooh, okay.
Land.
Yeah, so you get 220 gold worth of stuff.
Oh, that's enough. Well, is it though? Fuck. Because I spent the
This
time
is
of
what
chaos
you were
and did
able
it
to
at
find.
advantage. If I use inspiration, I would roll again at advantage, right?
Yes.
You're going to use inspiration.
I don't know, because I like saving it for like stuff that matters, like a death saving throw. But if this is a very rich, like if this looks like some of these guys are like lesser nobility or stuff like that, like there might be some really cool shit in here. Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yep. There it is.
Does a 16 get me anything cooler than a 10 got me?
As you go through the pockets and loot the gems and the 220 gold worth of coins that these individuals have left after the night of debauchery, which is still a significant amount. We're talking
Oh, totally.
a year's worth
That's
of money.
great. That's a lot. I'm happy about it, for sure.
You get a whiff of yourself. And you don't know how this happened. It might be a play of the Fae or something. But you smell very strongly of manure. And you will not find anything other than another pair of cufflinks made of ivory that are worth 20 gold.
Can I do like an
And
insight
it's fun
check to see
because
if I can?
I went ahead and I rolled the Wild Magic Surge because you used Tides of Chaos just to see what was happening.
Caster thinks she smells strongly of manure. It's funny.
By the way, Eric, I'm gonna have to dip out. I'll be on the Discord, but I won't be on Roll20 anymore.
We're pretty much close to being done, I think. I don't think we're going to make it to the estate tonight.
Sounds good. Liam did want to do stuff before the night's end, but I won't be able to do that right now.
Okay. Just send me what you want to do later and we can hash it out.
Sure.
He has to go
Silas
and
is
pick
done. I
up
mean,
his-
he's got.
He has to go pick up his mom from the airport.
Aw.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So
Silas is done. I've got the ivory cufflinks. Can I just say that we'll sell it like at the next place in gold?
Sure.
And I'm headed back to the room to take a long rest. It's probably like sometime between like 1 a.m. and 3 a.m.
Okay, please
Yeah,
roll a
how
history
do I
check.
have to like meet him at the door and like usher him in, or
Are you
do a
going to meet him at the
sending
door?
yeah?
I'll do a
How do
sending
you-
stone check to be able to ask the protocol
Gotcha.
on my
Okay.
way in.
All right. So, Cass, you're going to meet him at the prayer box to let him in.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. All right. So you are snuck into the secret establishment of the Violet Masks. The purple masks. Sorry, the purple masks.
Actually, I will give just in case she likes them. I think she's worn suits before and probably looked good in them. I will give Anita as a thank you for watching my cash. While I added to it, I will give Anita the ivory cufflinks. Whether you want to wear them or add them to something or just sell them for the 20 gold. Thank you for watching my shit.
I could definitely see working them into an
Right?
outfit. Yeah.
Yeah. If
That's
you've got
right.
like a blazer, I could see it.
Yeah. I like to sort of, men's shirt with a loose tie and the cufflinks thing. That's a look.
All So, as you guys get bedded down for the night, is there anything else you guys would like to do today? Rilo? Knick-knack?
No, I mean this isn't really Rilo's element. He's not, he's kind of out of his element. But he's paid attention. He's listening and taking note about Mama Cass.
Okay. Mama Cass.
Yeah. The mamas and the pups.
Go ahead and roll a
That
history
should've-
check, Rilo. Let's see what you remember about Mama Cass.
Yeah, he's not really good at these.
No, I know he's not, but you never know.
Ooh, but this
You've
isn't
heard
bad.
the name
Wow.
before
That's
when Knick-knack was doing a recitation of places where we could get good allies.
Oh, okay. Which one was it?
Jewel Talandum, the famous jewel thief.
Oh, that's
Yes,
that's
that's
on the
right.
that's on the list.
And we
yeah.
asked about, and you did say you guys had a relation.
Yeah.
And I was convinced it was very like Catwoman, like Batwoman or Catwoman Poison Ivy style.
It's not far off.
Yeah, it's not that far off. Yeah, it's a little different, but it's not that far off. Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Have you guys seen the new Harley Quinn cartoon? Yeah. they're-
Oh my
we're
God.
Good friends.
We got Steve. Oh, we showed it to Steve just a few weeks ago, and we like binged it all.
that's
It's awesome.
yeah, it really is.
All right. Well,
I
if
hope
they-
so. The movies have been really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cartoon is much better than that.
Gotta watch the animated show. It's fucking hilarious.
The animation
It's
Yeah,
so
is
good.
much better.
Their animation movies and they're all really good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, this
DC's
is very
animation stuff is better than Marvel's, and Marvel's live action is better than DC's.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So, all right. So you guys will spend the night, get a long rest in Jewel Talandum's bedroom. Cass, you
So I've got
have-
Jewel.
Go
I've
ahead.
got Jewel Emmeline.
Yeah, that's what I have too. I
Ooh.
thought maybe that was a name because I have
Or
Joelle.
is that an alias,
Could be.
or is that an?
Okay.
Not the right name, but okay.
But
All right.
It's something that we both have anyway.
I don't know. But yeah, Jewel Talandum, and Cass, you will have the most restful night you've had since the Foxglove Estate job, which you did about a week after leaving here. As
Okay, got
this
it.
bed feels like home.
Ugh, yay!
They have fresh sheets on it for you. They have your favorite pillows where they're supposed to be. It is where you are comfortable in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah,
is saying something
this is
because this
great.
is a high-class bedroom.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So
You
is
know
there
where
anything?
everything is throughout all the drawers. You know everything about this room.
Perfect.
So is there anything mystical about the room, or is it just, her stuff, or?
There's some mystical things about the room. What
Okay.
exactly are you trying to investigate?
No, I'm just wondering. I mean, Rilo's really wondering. Hey, can we replicate this on the ship?
Mm.
Oh, cool.
If you were to ask that of Cass, you would
would be the
know where
same.
you could acquire these things, and it would be doable but expensive.
But we're rich.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
rolling the money.
to
We
a
have a fucking
degree.
ship.
Yeah, I know. I don't have as much. I don't have as much as I want. I can't get the things I want. Yeah.
Yeah, to a degree, you guys are rich. Compared to Jewel Talandum, y'all be poor.
Yeah. I've got things on my list and I can't afford them right now.
Yeah, the bed is a bed of refreshment, so it literally guarantees a long rest when you're resting in it. There are ever-burning torches that can be turned down and dimmed. There's all sorts of magical stuff throughout the room. There's the ever-filling coffee pot. Things like that. It's a magical room filled with magical things that are really, really nice, but are intended to stay here. And the room is trapped beyond belief, as there are arrow slits in all the decorations, and people can shoot into the room at any time. So it's both perfectly safe and perfectly dangerous.
Yep.
So, are all these people watching you sleep? Is that the thing?
Do you not like that? Do you not like when people watch when you sleep?
I don't know. I mean,
And the
Guess
thing
it
is,
depends on
Cass,
Is that how they
you'd
did
be
it?
so used to it that it doesn't phase you.
Is that not how they do it in White Steel?
no, not really.
Oh.
To be fair, I watch you guys when you sleep. You know,
Yeah.
like 4 hours every day.
I knew it.
Okay, but to be fair to Rylo, nobody's. Yeah.
What? He broke up. What'd you say, Damon?
I said okay, but to be fair to Rylo's side of the point, nobody's asking you to.
There.
All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight, just because I can't get you guys through the estate this quickly. I will go ahead and, if you guys want a little bit of a project for next week, I can send you something that will help you guys. It'll be a physical aid. It'll be a small picture that you'll want to print out and have handy. Because you're going to need that for next week or whenever you guys get through the estate. Once you get to the alchemy stuff, you're going to need this little thing that might help. Let me go and get that for you here.
Great. Love a cheat sheet.
I like that. I actually do have enough money for a tattoo now. So before we head out in the morning, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, change my mind."
Hey, do you mind? Just real quick.
Found some more money in my shoe than I thought I.
There you go.
Yeah, I never cashed in on that amulet, so I'm about halfway where I want to be. I got the same idea. I want to get tattoos.
Hey, Liam is no longer in debt to you.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Someone else's problem now.
So if you guys have a printer, I don't know if the office printer will work or if you have a home printer that you can do this at, but go ahead and try to print one of these off and have it for yourselves for next week. Because you'll need that.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna
Cool.
draw that.
Yeah, we'll do.
So, because yay puzzles,
Love puzzles. Yay!
Sounds good.
because, yeah, you're going to have to prepare potions.
Oh, that
You're
seems
good
so
at that,
knick-knack.
aren't you, Cass?
So great at that some of the time.
It's okay, Cass. I'll help.
Aw, thanks, Nick.
Yeah, it's not like anything I ever built turns out going completely wrong.